top back thruster's sticking.
We checked it, sir. Didn't see anything.
That means either you missed something, or I'm wrong.
We'll check it again, sir.
Sir?
Who the hell are you?
Stay frosty. I'm your new wingman, sir. The name's...
Ease up. You want me to learn your name? Do what I say and live long enough for me to care. That's your Gladius. You ready?
Ready as I'll ever be. We'll find out, sir.
Let's go.
And we're back. Okay, cool. So, welcome. Welcome, guys.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Howdy.
To all sorts of technical difficulties, because it wouldn't be a Star Citizen stream without technical difficulties.
Well, that one wasn't a technical difficulty. I just played the teaser video.
No. I'm talking on my end, because currently I'm playing at 160p.
160p.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you'll be able to see it at least.
I can count the pixels. I can count the pixels. Here and there. There's 4 of them.
So that'd be 2p then.
Right. So guys on Twitch and on YouTube, whenever this video gets produced, welcome. This is the Frontier feature, where we are just about to go ahead and watch this holiday live stream stuff and just basically talk through it and annoy you. With me today, I have Texas Skulls and Mr. Dianator. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having me, man. Myers.
Oh geez. I mean, do you want to say the story again now that we're actually like properly recording and stuff, or you're good?
If you want me to, sure.
Dude, sure, go for it, man.
Okay. Just, doing my usual thing, drinking alcohol in excess and then streaming and talking out of my ass. Playing some Star Citizen last night on my stream, and well, guys, the holiday live stream's delayed by 24 hours, and Meyer couldn't make yesterday anyways, so we had always planned on doing today. So I joke around with my viewers saying, yeah, guys, I picked up a phone, the bat phone, mind you, called Chris Roberts and politely asked him, as friend to friend, delay the holiday live stream for me 24 hours so that we can, of course, do a live viewing party rather than a 24-hour post-viewing party.
Oh, how kind of you.
Of course. Yeah, of course, everyone actually in Twitch with me watching knows entirely that I'm joking, that I don't have Chris Roberts' phone number, nor would he listen to me if I somehow acquired it. But nonetheless, it made its way to Reddit, where a couple of Redditors took it very, very seriously, going so far as to say, who is this Tex guy? Never heard of him. Seems like he's just trying to talk up his self-importance.
Well, and they wouldn't be wrong.
No, of course not. Of course. I'm a really, really important guy, guys.
Yes, of course.
Because I'm this like talking figure on the internet sometimes.
You may have heard of me. I'm kind of a big thing.
Kind of a big thing.
This it's starting.
Right as I'm buffering.
Wait, am I behind then? Very interesting.
It just started, and look, it's the thing that we just played a second ago, playing again.
Is it? Okay, I'm not missing anything important then.
It's gonna be on loop the whole time.
The top back thruster's sticking.
The top back thruster's sticking.
Sir. Didn't see
Also,
anything.
I fucking called it, didn't I?
Either you missed something.
I did.
What, did they start with this?
Yeah.
or I'm wrong.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
We'll check it again, sir.
No, it's just buffering for me. This is gonna be shit. This is gonna be so shit.
So what drinks do you guys have
Poor
anyway?
gosh. Oh, dude. There's no way I could kick off with alcohol after last night. I've got a latte. Not spiked.
Shucks.
Just
Fair enough. You're
pure
from the
virgin
States,
form
aren't
latte.
you? Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I've got a long day ahead of me. So.
I've already had a couple of screwdrivers and about a bottle of wine, so I'm hitting the ground
Hell are
running.
you?
Stay frosty.
It has
Stay
been a long
frosty.
day for
I'm
me.
your new wingman,
It's been
sir.
very
The name's
Ease up.
Christmassy.
You want me to learn your
I'll
name?
say
One of
no
my
more.
favorite
Do what
things
I say
about
and live
the
long
inner
enough
thought
for me to
system
care.
is it's like, here's what I'm
That's your
thinking,
Gladius.
but here's what I'm actually going to
Ready?
say. Which
Yeah.
may or may not relate to what I'm
We'll
thinking.
find out, sir.
Mass
go.
Effect did the
It's,
same
it's
thing.
quite funny.
It did.
It's
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Positive, negative, sarcastic, and asshole. Like the 4 options. But basically,
But like what you actually say is different. It's very nice.
Yeah. Well,
you know.
it's connected to it, but not exactly what you would think reading the text immediately. I think it should basically just be positive, negative, sarcastic. Those 3
Hello,
options.
and welcome to our Squadron 42
then
holiday special.
they've started.
I'm Sandy Gardner, and I'm here with game director Chris Roberts.
There you go. Hi everyone.
There's a cursor.
So what you just saw was the latest teaser featuring Mark Hamill
And
as
they're
Old
wearing
Man,
Squadron
alongside
42
the new Squadron 42 section on the RSI website.
Go check it out, and while you're there, sign up for the Squadron 42 newsletter dedicated to sharing exclusive information and updates.
Yes, definitely do that. And when signing up, you'll also hear some dialogue from the game, correctly
I took
identify
issue with
which
this,
star talent
by the
said
way.
it to receive a small reward.
Just
If you don't get the answer, you'll still
capturing
be able
a
to
guy
enlist for
on
the
a computer.
newsletter. If 250,000
no,
people sign up by
not
Monday,
that, but
January
like,
15th,
what is their
then
goal? They
all
want you to
current
sign up
backers
for the
will receive
newsletter.
a
Don't put it
special
behind some
in-game
weird
Squadron
question,
42
right? Like,
t-shirt.
make
Your
that
Star
little gimmick
Citizen,
down
a little
below,
like the one that
but
Chris
put
is
like
wearing.
the very top front center of the page. Sign up for
Squadron
newsletter.
42,
Basically, you don't
as the one
deserve
known
the
as being in
newsletter.
stealth mode for a
if you
while.
don't know who
Starting
Gillian
with today's
Anderson
show,
is.
we're turning the cloaking device off, and we'll bring you updates on the game's progress once a month as we march towards the release.
Also, be sure to follow
Said,
Squadron
turn the
42
cloaking
on
device
Twitter,
off.
Facebook, and
Yep.
Instagram to keep the latest updates and
Stream
images
just broke
at
for
your
me, by the way.
fingertips.
Now, you've met
You can
some
listen
of the
to
key
us talking
Squadron
about
42 team members in past
That'd be
ATVs,
great.
but let's spend a
Oh,
little
shit.
more
No,
time
that
meeting
was
the
me.
leads working on
That
Squadron
was so
42
me.
at our various
I
studios.
pressed the wrong button. Fuck your Windows tablet.
Oh, are they in Wimslow?
I assume so.
Hi, and welcome
interesting.
to the Squadron 42 holiday live stream. We're here in
watch
sunny,
this.
warm Wimslow in the middle of December in the United Kingdom.
'Cause I
and I'm
pressed the
actually
power
flanked
button instead of
by the
volume.
key directors on Squadron 42. The only one we're missing is Hannes Appel, who is in Frankfurt, Germany. He's our director of cinematics. But to my right,
tell they're in England 'cause it's so
is Derek
grey.
Senior, our director of engineering.
As an engineer,
No amount of
you,
saturation bump can fix
you know,
that.
you want to be challenged. You want to do new things. You want to problem solve. And this project.
Oh, his last name is Senior.
It's something that nobody has done before. Anything like the scale and ambition that has been done before. It's all the new challenges that we've got to come up with solutions for, and is what makes.
He
it
looks
so
like an
exciting.
elf with his rosy
And I
cheeks.
have Nick Elms, who's our creative director on Squadron 42.
Rude.
The thing that excites me most of all
What?
now about Squadron 42 is the level of immersion that we're shooting for. It was all supposed to
Immersion.
be the spiritual successor to Chris's
Fidelity.
Wing Commander series.
Drink.
28 years on, the technology that we've got at our disposal is frankly jaw-dropping.
I have Nathan Dearsley, who is our art director on Squadron 42.
Main challenges are it's a huge team. There's a lot of expectations from not only the community but also Chris.
Ah,
on
yes,
what
the
we
guy
want
who
to deliver.
can't
But it's
pronounce
also some
Idris.
touches that we expect as well in these areas, which will make a difference. It's a hugely exciting project to work on. There's a lot of stuff that's really kind of never been touched before. Anything from a ship that's
He's wearing a
kind of floating through space is
Peach
He's
trees.
always wearing a Will and
level
Yutani
of
hat.
the game in detail.
Well, he's wearing a
To pretty
bioweapons
much kind
division
of
hat.
having
Bioweapons
the whole
confirmed.
system to be able to kind of fly around at any one time. No loading screens, nothing like that. It's a huge undertaking.
And I have Philip
His
Mellor, who is
get
our
up
lead
always
designer
kind of
on Squadron
reminded me
42.
of that Buscemi or Buscemi meme. Like, how do you do, fellow kids?
It's just this, I ramble on about it, but it's the scale. You've never seen anything like it.
Okay, chaps, let's go in and
He's
introduce the rest of the
Eckhart,
team.
right?
Here we go.
Yes.
Peter Weller, yeah.
Ah, yeah. removing the cloaking device of Squadron 42.
They better actually do something, you know, like worth it. They've removed the cloaking device. We have to see some stuff, you know. I don't want a slice. I want a freaking pie at this point.
Wait, what kind of what cloaking device are you guys talking about?
Chris made a funny.
This is where the nerve center of the Squadron 42
I'm getting like
happens. It's not the only place
right
the development's happening. In the rest of the building, we have audio that's down on the ground floor.
The audio department for Squadron 42, we are in some way involved in everything that you hear. So from music, which is mostly done by our external composer, Jeff Zanelli. We edit that and make sure it all works in the game as it should. Sound design, ships, everything, planets, the whole gamut of audio is we're involved with it somehow.
They're just going to talk about audio the entire stream.
In such a way that it's worth within the context.
Squadron 42 audio.
Sounds good.
Various people supporting it on the first floor. So there's ship artists down there, there's engineers. But this is where the team that is fully dedicated to Squadron 42, or almost all fully dedicated to Squadron 42, resides. So let's meet a bit of the team.
Freaking onion captain a second ago.
Side, and you give us a bit of introductions.
Hey everyone, this is the art department of Squadron 42. We consist of approximately 21 artists at the moment. We're strategically placed next door to the graphics department, VFX department, and design department.
What's going on in the bottom left, I wonder?
Goes on between those departments every day, pretty much every minute, to be honest. That's
why we put everyone on this floor to.
I'm not sure.
Like a grav generator or something.
It's in the inside of some ship.
Generally, this team will cover anything from.
Well, it doesn't have to be a grav generator. It could be just
nebula in scale,
a fan.
The ship team that exists still covers a lot of the PU ships, but generally anything bigger is for this team. So yeah, there's an awful lot to get on with and a lot to see this year.
Fucking Idris, man.
Surprises in store for you, and yeah, hope you enjoy the show.
We're gonna see the Tomorrow tour.
So
thank you Reddit for that one.
I saw that. Oh god, the pun is fantastic, but just please no.
The graphics team with Ali Brown, who's our director of graphics.
So the graphics team have a lot of unique challenges on Squadron 42 that we don't necessarily have in Star Citizen. The unique cinematic type of nature of the single-player experience means that we end up with a lot more focus on things like color processing and setting a certain mood in the scene. We also have some post effects that will feature prominently that are of particular interest for us because of the cinematic nature. So things like our depth of field is being improved, and our motion blur and things like this. If we don't get them spot on, we won't achieve the cinematic look.
Over here, we still have some more of our graphics folks, and
his hair, man.
Between visual effects and the graphics.
I think he's behind all like the volumetric clouds and stuff in the game.
Back over here. And
really?
Phil and Nick and Derek introduce us.
Met him 2 years ago.
I think I'm behind. Are you talking about the guy with the green hair?
The blue cockatoo, the blue parrot hair.
Yeah.
The team. So Nick, you want to tell us about who's on this side?
That's I think he's been taking lessons from Nikki.
They're probably friends.
With the ships and the environments, the weapons.
Well, these are not the same barber.
You name it, anything technical.
Sure.
These guys are on it.
We're involved in setting up all the unique assets such as ships, characters, weapons, enemy archetypes that Squadron use that aren't found anywhere else in the project, as well as maintaining and adjusting all the existing assets that people use for Persistent Universe that Squadron also uses.
Gameplay,
Squadron is a very different beast to the Persistent Universe.
The entire thing is 2 hours long,
I know,
by the way.
I get.
More cinematic, a lot more story elements than the
So
Persistent
I don't
Universe,
mind an hour of this
set up
bullshit and then an hour of gameplay.
A different rule set to the Persistent Universe.
That's great. And then over
we
in the
won't
back,
see an hour of gameplay.
Embedded QA here. So we've trying to embed QA with a lot of our feature teams.
Stop tearing me down,
better iteration between the engineers and the designers and testing stuff and seeing how it's working. We still have the big QA department down on the ground floor who also do a lot of testing, but the embedded QA is actually really good for development. And I guess this way, let's see the rest of the design team. Wow. And we have production that's over here.
Hi, I'm Zoe. I'm one of the associate producers on Squadron 42. My role involves working with the other project producers on the day-to-day running of Squadron, as well as being producer for the Squadron 42 level design team, which involves helping them solve their day-to-day issues, communicating with other teams and departments and other studios for the tools and tech that they require, as well as working with the design director to look at the priorities for the team.
And then, Nick, so what do we have here?
Yep, here we've got the level designers of Squadron 42, headed up by Simon Vickers over in the corner there.
Generally, my role is to coordinate the team of level designers, making sure that they're getting the assets that they require, providing feedback.
I have all the seconds in the world.
From myself, as well as from Chris.
It's fucking buffering.
Coordinating with the other departments, and generally just representing the team as a whole.
These guys are working all the missions. Everything you'll play in Squadron 42 is being pulled together by these guys here. This is our portrait of Phil Mellor on the wall, just to instill the team.
I thought that was a brooding Oscar-winning actor. Which
to
role does he play?
Is it Space Marine 1?
Wounded Hero Marine.
Space Marine 1.
Watch for it in Squadron 42.
Is this part of the 2 hours they promised, or is this filler or what?
Derek, you want to introduce this to the programming team? Here we go.
So
this is part of the 2 hours, I can guarantee it.
The brains of the operation.
Oh, they have to fill the space somehow.
These 3 rows of desks here, led by Jens over there. So
hey Jens.
Hi Jens.
Hey dude.
So as part of the FPS team, it's a lot of gunplay, making sure you can take down the bad guys. But for Squadron 42, there's also a large social aspect. You know, you're on a big ship. You need to be able to see the crew go about the day-to-day business, but you also need to be able to interact with them and build a relationship with them throughout the story.
Also got embedded gameplay programmers and also animation programmers. And
I'm loving this Moro tool, by the way.
And then the rest of the AI
so high fidelity.
Frankfurt, which you'll meet in the Frankfurt.
Super high fidelity.
Oh, yeah.
Video. Okay, great. Thank you very much, Derek. All right, so here's the...
now we got 2 hours.
The tall guy or the short guy?
Here is our animation. So as you can see, they like to wear hats. In the very corner, hiding down here, is Uzi. He's our animation lead, but he's a bit camera shy. But he's leading this valiant team here.
The guy's just like, I refuse to acknowledge you, camera.
On this side is our animation team that is supporting mostly Squadron here. So anyway,
head down, just keep working, man.
Squadron 42 floor.
They'll leave
just
you
a lot of other
flared.
people and other parts of the company working hard on Squadron 42, but we thought maybe you could listen to them. And that's a Skype call for me to go to a meeting. There you are, Squadron 42 coil catch-up. All right, there you go. I have to go.
My people need me. Chris Roberts, 2017.
Oh.
Ah, yes, this is totally England. Look at all the grey.
Office. I am Brian
Even the
Chambers.
Christmas tree was
Frankfurt.
I'll give you a quick tour and introduce members of the team that are primarily focusing on Squadron 42. Let's go. First of all, we have the VFX team. Say hi, guys.
Hey.
Cool.
Cool.
Next up, we have Chris Campbell, our lead lighting artist. A lot of the system designers right now are in a meeting, so they're not at their desk. But obviously, system design is working on things across both, so you'll definitely see some of the stuff or play some of the stuff that they have in Squadron. Always need to show off production team. Production team always has a big hand in working with people on a daily basis, tracking things up, making sure schedules
All this
are where they
hype
need to be.
before the gameplay better be worth it.
I hope it's worth it. I mean, it should be worth it. I mean, like...
This corner, we have the AI team.
Look, I think they know what's on the line.
Dude,
I don't think, I don't think we're going to see something that's going to let us down.
They're definitely aware.
That the AI doesn't only have to be emergent and reactive to what the player does, but it also needs to tell a story.
Oh, dude, that shirt, sweater.
That right now we are focusing on is the integration of the systemic behaviors with the cinematic scenes. We want the AI to still be completely systemic and emergent, play their own normal behaviors, their schedule activities, but there will be moments in which the different designers will create a storytelling moment. The storytelling moment.
By the way, this is one of the guys that's crucial
there will be specific
to the
elements
project.
that take control of the player character.
Francesco
until the player
is
decides to
like one of the key people. If they lose him,
smoothly into the
the game just falls
and
apart.
being able to tell the story to the player without breaking their normal flow.
He's got a Stranger Things jersey, so I know he's
in
the,
this
the
room
shit.
is the engine programmers. They're obviously a shared resource working on the foundation across most of everything. Hi, Aga.
Hello, guys.
In this corner, we have the weapons team, focusing on both ship and FPS weapons.
I've met that weapons guy
guys.
before. The one in the center.
Cool,
he made
thanks.
the Devastator gun and the
okay.
the new ballistic rifle.
Oh, okay. Shotgun, right?
This row right here.
Yeah.
This row right here, we're focusing. They're tech artists. So it's everything from rigging.
Oh, Liam Cunningham looks so
weapons,
good in that
skinning
shot there in the
issues,
monitor.
cloth, and so on.
I do like that man, Liam Cunningham.
I still have a small brand when it comes to facial animations, but I think we'll have to wait for that until a different video or a different show.
The sprawling story of Squadron 42 with all of its
Which I'm
performance
sure
that we
they can
always
fix.
have in the can, and we are kind of the guardians of that, so we're making sure that it gets into the game unharmed. Of course, we are a technology-heavy game that is one of the biggest challenges.
Also,
We need to
this
make sure
guy's
that all of the
hair.
new tech plays ball with cinematics, so we can keep control.
Is he Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Which is also part of the fun because
yes,
all of the new tech is fun to play with.
I knew a guy who had the
Fully
same
focused
thing.
on Squadron, not a
Nothing
shared
Star Wars
resource
at all.
role.
Yeah.
Led up by Hannes Apfel, leading the whole team to pull off the amazing story elements.
Like he was from Romania, I think.
Well, they have no taste.
Jeez, man. All right, and this is the third studio now.
Yep.
Hello,
This looks
and
LA-ish.
welcome to sunny Los Angeles, which is also a lot warmer than Winslow.
Also,
in UK.
the music
And we thought we'd
is
introduce you
definitely
to some
Star
of the team
Citizen, but very
members
Christmassy as well.
working on Squadron 42.
Joey to the
that are based
verse.
Here in Los Angeles. So, if you head in with me, I will take you inside.
Key cards and everything.
All right.
Oh, dude, I want to go here. It looks so cool.
Hey,
Yeah.
we had the chance to go on a studio tour, but they told us like half an hour in advance.
The flights are already booked, sadly.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
And
This door.
let's just go through.
That mud shop.
The door is
desktop
ridiculous
background.
for sure.
Relevant Wonderland.
Right.
Love it.
And to the right, we're going to go. This is towards the development area and offices here. The other area is towards the community side and marketing and
It's a
business
nice
side.
office. That's for damn sure.
Especially for
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah, the LA
so
office
here
looks
is the design
really
and
a
programming
fun
side
place to
of,
work.
Yeah.
development area.
Salvin in Twitch chat's like, if he says hello one more time.
Hello, Chris Roberts again.
Yeah. He's gonna do it 42 times.
Room. So here we come into the writer's pit. So probably know quite a few people here from Lawmakers.
The pit of doom.
But here's David Haddock, who's the lead writer here at Cloud Imperium, and Dave and Will Weissbaum here both wrote the Squadron 42 script together over quite a while, and about 1,700 pages. I think a few other of, I don't know, Adam, for sure. Have you contributed a few things for Squadron?
I want to get one of those guys on the
Lots of
show.
lines from Adam. Mike is
Because I
newest
think we
member to the
can
writing
get
team.
a
He
lot
just
of
started about a
info
week ago.
from a lore guy.
Sheree from
And then get them fired.
No. Well, we would get the questions vetted by people
Right.
beforehand.
This is where it all starts. This is where the magic happens. And it springs from the imagination of Dave and Will.
I think I'm most excited about basically that kind of taking down the boundary between what was previously cinematic and what was gameplay, like having that ability to sort of walk around the ship and see all of these sort of side characters living lives and having sort of storylines that don't affect the main story but are just there for the people who are interested in that kind of thing. Just making it feel believable and like kind of a cohesive world with like lots of layers and lots of things going on.
So we're going to walk this way, past, so like I said, this is design on this side, engineering here. Fair number of, we do, so there's the core of the Squadron 42 engineering is actually in the UK office, but as we said, in the German office, we do things like the AI.
Hey, Mark.
A bunch of the cinematics, and here is mostly what we
He's
do
like,
for sort of the vehicle.
shut up, Darsh, to the internet.
Sort of engineering for all the systems for the vehicles, which are shared between.
I would do a lot of things to have Mark Aben say "shut up, Darge" at me.
Doors open in environment.
Okay, good to know.
Sort of thing. So that all happens here, and then there's embedded QA outside. So if we head a bit further this way, this is
little conference
Darth Shader
room.
has a secret thing for Mark Gaiman.
My office in here.
I've been a fan of his ever since
right in front of us,
Black Mesa,
which is
Black Mesa,
quite
yeah.
dark because you know, all the artists like to.
I read his
dark
post
like
on the
vampires.
Black Mesa forums.
The
Oh, nice.
LA Art,
Yeah,
group,
because he was the one doing all the updates for when stuff was happening.
You know, pretty much all the characters are done here in Los Angeles, and then we also do some ship.
Jaylee!
Jaylee, what up, bud?
Technical art set up for vehicles. On that
He's talking, but we can't hear him.
Characters are, you know, obviously a big part
You
of
would think that the artist would know the importance of
right-hand
proper
side
lighting
here is,
around the computer and
Sean,
not work in darkness.
Director of content.
Dude, I work in
responsible
darkness.
for all the pipelines.
It's more cinematic that way, Darth.
Digital assets into the game. So whether that's a character coming through, whether that's an environment piece, prop, anything that basically comes out of a 3D package and goes into the engine, I'm responsible for that process and making it fast and easy. Because the Squadron 42 vertical slice that we're going to show is very, very character-centric, there's almost 100 characters, unique ones.
Vertical slice.
There, we've been
That's
focusing
a drinking
mainly
point
on
for
the
me.
character pipe.
God damn it.
That's what they
James
said.
Over here is actually,
We'll see.
Principal character artist.
We'll see.
So
all
what do you
the
guys
amazing
think we'll actually
characters
see
in
as a Squadron 42
level,
preview?
All that detail, a lot of it's because of
Maybe a
Dave.
mission. I don't know.
Dennis is
It's a good
senior
question,
producer here,
but
in
sorry, I don't
charge
want to
of,
like talk over the man.
Intro
content side of stuff. And if you
mission,
head this way,
middle of the
Um,
story.
yeah, this is.
Or something completely not
I
connected
think it'll
to the
be a
actual
whole
game.
mission.
Josh Sherman,
It'll be a
who
whole
is our art
mission.
director for characters.
The biggest challenge of working on Squadron 42 as compared to the
I hope.
PU is that it's just a raw amount of characters.
Well, it's also
I think in
possible
Squadron 42
it's
there's probably like
something completely
I
unrelated
think
to
we have at least
to
150
how the game will
characters.
play
I know
out.
that in
Just
the VS we're showing at least a
be
minimum
connected
of 100
somewhat.
characters. So
Mm.
that kind of gives you the scope of how much that we're really trying to put into Squadron, and especially what we want to show you guys in our vertical slice.
As I said, that's a major part of Squadron. And then Steve Bender, who's our very relaxed, not silly.
Very relaxed. He's got the whole
animation
Wickstrom pose
director
going on
who's
right there.
over
Love
all
it.
the animation in both Star Citizen and Squadron.
One of the things I'm most excited about in what you're going to see in the Squadron 42 demo is the combat AI. And this is very work in progress. This is really our first big drop of this. But what we're seeing now is we're starting to get them to where they're reacting to us, they're running into cover, they're popping out, they're shooting, they're repositioning, they're talking to each other. And this is very early stage sort of stuff. So animation-wise, we've been going in and cutting up these assets, readjusting their timings and things like this. But what it's doing is it's giving us a basis from which we're able to start looking at and going, okay, well, we're going to reshoot this, or we're going to repose this, we're going to add in, when guys are getting into cover, we're going to add different ways that they get into cover, where perhaps they'll scramble into cover and things like this. Animation is not really a self-contained unit. Because we're making a game, there's so many different aspects that feed into animation and that animation feeds into. So, for instance, from the art side, art creates a character, content,
That was like a reverse whisper
puts
dart.
This is why I drink.
skeleton into it, and we do an animation. But that's not the end of the process. That animation then needs to go into systems that layer those animations to play in a certain way, depending upon how you respond to the animation. And game code is involved in this. The AI code is involved in this. So if I want a character to go from point A to point B, and I shoot at that character, it's not just an animation that's playing, it's also the AI logic, the pathing between it, the blending of certain things, various different layers of animation that are playing all at once to create sort of the final result.
You see, this is something I really, really
Josh,
want to
do you
see,
want to,
like,
just give us a
realized.
little bit of a
Like,
quick tour of
Yeah, of course.
your
we don't
guys
have
and
it
the
yet.
characters
let's
that
do
are
it.
working on Star Citizen.
I think 90% of all the characters.
a lot of
work is
exciting
done
things
here
that
in
can
LA.
come.
We do have one or two other artists that have been in the UK
Yeah,
before.
a lot of
but
exciting things that
pretty
can
much
come.
all the character team and the
I want like a
concept
Star
team
Marine
resides
map where
here.
you fight NPCs.
You've already met James,
Oh, yeah.
who our lead character artist. Corey is here as well. But all the character concepts that we're working on, and all that includes aliens, that includes faunas, creatures, and bigger stuff that has been teased before. That's all coming out of this area. So we're working really hard on Squadron 42.
What's
You
he
can see some of
drawing?
the stuff that we're working on, different characters.
Is that hair?
We're excited to show you.
A hat.
A headbutt
Okay, so
suit?
here we got another Grace, isn't it? Bedford, I think. Yeah, I think that's better. That other hairstyle's a bit weird.
Oh, that hair looks better,
right,
finally.
so that
Did he
is
just like tell him to scrap a hairstyle? That was great. That hairstyle's weird. Get rid of it.
This does not meet my fidelity
talent
standards.
involved in Squadron 42 doesn't stop with our devs. The game also has an all-star cast of actors, including Gary Oldman, Mark Hamill, Gillian Anderson, and Mark Strong, just to name a few.
Yeah, and it was pretty amazing working with that cast and using the cutting-edge full performance capture technology to translate all the subtleties of their performance into the game for you guys to enjoy.
In Squadron 42, you will be stationed aboard various ships filled with characters that have their own distinct
I'm so ready for this, man.
stories, and aspirations.
Yeah, and while walking the halls, you can stop to chat with a character, overhear part of the conversation with someone else, or just stay focused on the mission at hand.
Previously, we showed off an initial demo of arriving on your first posting in what's become known as the Morrow Tour. Now we're ready to highlight how this system has evolved.
Yes, it's evolved quite a bit. The section of Squadron 42
it is actually the Tomorrow Tour.
About to premiere begins aboard the UES Stanton a little later in the story than when we showed the Morrow Tour, as you start your shift. So let's check it out.
So it's a bit further in the Morrow Tour, though. I mean, like, sorry, on the ship timeline.
Tomorrow Tour.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Tomorrow Tour. It really is. Okay, this is the vertical slice. Right, gotcha. It's happening. Complete silence? Complete silence.
Complete silence.
Battle Group Actual, this is the UEES Stanton updating status. We are nearing our patrol position in Owen.
Quite a small bed.
Yeah, man.
See, I'd feel a bit claustrophobic.
This is why we have so many bed animations. Get out of a bed in all sorts of manners.
Can you go to work naked, I wonder?
No, I think the minimum you can wear is a pair of a bit of underwear.
Right, but still, like
Just some
Dastro
underwear?
style.
Yeah.
No pants. No pants.
Pantless on the Stanton.
I'm doing an unofficial survey. Does the food from the mess hall do a number in your stomach too? I don't know what it is, but lately...
Lately, I've been having the most fiery of... What? Really wanted him to carry that line on. More mess hall animations.
Hey, sir.
Hey, sir.
I think the cafeteria is a drinking thing as well.
Is it? All right. Drinking point it is.
Yeah.
You can tell it's a player because he's running faster than everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's never the same as an NPC.
No.
I actually sent that question to Chris for one of the Tennis Chairman, and they actually picked it up, but I don't remember the answer. I think it was very dubious.
I mean,
like, if you're escorting an NPC, will you be able to actually keep up?
With the scroll wheel now, though, you kind of can if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So long as the NPCs also have
I was wondering about the combat you saw during your last
the little
mission.
steps.
What about it? Well, it's kind of funny. I'm a Marine, but I haven't actually seen any action yet. And here you are, a pilot, taking on outlaws face to face. Guess I'm just curious what it was like.
Super fun. Just part of the job.
I just try to focus on the task at hand and try to get through it without getting myself or anyone else counting on me hurt.
It's pretty ridiculous. I don't like it.
I hope you can turn it off. I hope you can turn it off, the voiceovers.
Yeah.
Just don't want to let anyone down.
I'm starting to think that feeling never goes away.
Good to know. Thanks for your time, sir.
Yeah, the inner thought, that's gonna need some work.
The face capture is so vivid though, man. Like, it captured every single, like, tiny movement of his eyes, his facial movements, and, like, his cheeks. He looked real.
He did.
Yeah, it was good.
Yep.
In a non-like uncanny valley sort of way.
I like how the elevator buttons are shown up right now.
Right.
Like, the text is aligned with the 3D object.
Sexy.
Yes.
What a beautiful ship.
What a really nice ship, right?
Was that an inner thought?
It doesn't have enough echo, by the way.
I can fix that.
For future use.
I don't need your help.
Okay, Dodge.
These idiot shooting pilots are flying way too close.
Ooh, Mustang.
Yeah, Mustang, dude.
All personnel on battle shift rotations.
You know that guy's gonna die first.
Scheduled updates to everyone's glass.
Fucking glass cannons. Ooh, curved screens. Wow.
It's the future.
Well, no, this is actually the first time we've seen a curved screen. Everything has been completely flat so far.
Lieutenant.
Ooh.
Lightning in space.
It's a super special
Hi.
space lightning.
Nice to meet you. My name's Lieutenant Valen. Comms. Oh, sorry, Lieutenant. Back to work.
Sorry, more comms.
Stanton here, Chimera.
Although she's on the power screen.
No, that was
Or
the comms
shields.
screen.
No, power.
That was a power. Actually, she had the Y thingy.
Yeah, but old man's comms are on the top left though, so it was like a mix of the two.
Engineering's not gonna be happy with her.
Lieutenant.
Why are you fucking around with our shields?
You know?
You're supposed to direct phone calls. Why are you messing up with the power distribution?
The power distribution of the comms, you know, like antenna, satellite, voicemail.
Oh, look at the way he's going up downstairs.
That's
is
true.
actually first each step.
Bobs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Head bob confirmed.
Well, stair bob.
Stair
instead
bob.
of instead of treating it as a ramp like it is so far.
That was really neat. Like, just like that passive wave. Like, I don't need to talk to him. He's doing his own thing. Hi, bye.
It's a
Very
passive
organic.
aggressive wave. Like, I see you, but I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah. I see you play.
If only we
your
could
own
hear his
thing.
inner thought.
You know?
Yeah.
That asshole again.
Hi, dude. What's going on?
Yeah.
Completely agree. I love
Well, the ship looks
interior
good.
of the address. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it looks good.
I'm getting slight hints of the Nostromo.
I mean, I'm lost. I have no idea where I would be in the Idris right now.
Yeah.
But
No idea, yeah.
it looks good. At least.
Someone's gonna
Well,
draw
that-
a map, you know it.
Well, at least you have
Litauen.
helpful signs on the ceiling. Whoa, what the hell?
What just happened?
They got sterilized. No more babies in the engine room.
No more babies. No more space babies.
He even did a bang-up job, Lieutenant.
Hey, it's Morrow.
Yep. The Morrow.
The one and only.
The one and only. The infamous.
So this is the engine then?
It's not a pool. I thought the same thing when I first saw it. It's a hydrofluid bath designed to keep the temperatures of the antimatter generators down. If they come out the bath for too long, they'd melt the ship.
Antimatter engines confirmed.
Antimatter engine bath.
Antimatter engine bath confirmed. Yeah.
But it's not a pool.
Those energy conduits are probably one of the
No.
more vital pieces of what we do.
It's probably a Turkish
See,
bath.
Generating the power. Now that's the easy part. The trouble is getting the right amount of power to the right place at the right time without blowing everything up.
My inner thought here, shut up and do your job.
You know.
Everything in here could blow the ship up. We should probably get a raise.
He keeps talking about blowing the ship up.
I think he's gonna blow the ship up.
The second half of Squadron 42 is basically trying to figure out who blew the ship up.
So it seems like they're purposely sticking around on to force his get out of here.
Yeah.
I want to know the health side effects of that scanner. Have we done any long-term studies on it?
I think the one of the steps of applying for the UEE is depositing a sample of your genetic code.
So they've just been
if you want
summoned
to have babies in the future.
I was gonna say, was I just sterilized with that thing? I don't know.
So he was just summoned to the briefing room because this is a single-player game, right? So the story's supposed to be going forward.
Schuman's more than capable of handling the situation. We've already dispatched a security force, and I'm sure
it's that guy from Star Wars.
You misunderstand me, Mr. Wexler. I wasn't seeking your approval on the matter. I was merely informing you of my intent out of courtesy. While your involvement is welcomed and strongly encouraged, it is entirely optional. Our involvement, however, is not. These OMC attacked a Navy ship in UEE space, and until the threat is neutralized, the Stanton will be remaining at Schumann, and we will be assisting in rescue operations.
You're not listening, Captain. Schumann Interstellar is a very important company in the UAE. It's a company with many, many connections. I'm sure that High Command's gonna be very disappointed to hear this overprotective thuggery.
Well, I look forward to hearing from them. Thank you for your time, Mr. Wexler. Well, you were right, Colton. That man is a complete ass.
Why protest so hard against our help?
Well, you'd be surprised. A lot of these distant stations see paying protection to various gangs as a standard cost of business. Wexler knows that with us here, we'll be forcing a fight. That means unknown risks. Which brings us back to the mission at hand. Care to join us, Lieutenant?
So these are actual cutscenes then? I mean, you couldn't have, like, broken through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was interested. I was kind of,
So it's like your gameplay just cuts into a cutscene.
The Stanton will be staying in his current position to offer protection to the civilians aboard Schumann Station, while you do a full offensive sweep of the surrounding area to clear out.
Oh my God, how rude! Just looking around.
Capture if possible, but treat them as an
Are you paying attention? Eyes forward, Lieutenant.
That will be your secondary objective. We've arranged your patrol in a search pattern around the wreck site. As soon as you clear the coil, I want you to contact Agent Trail. Hopefully we can find where the Starfarer could have headed after the attack. Webb, what's the word on scanner upgrades?
Just finishing, sir. We should be better able to handle the interference from the coil now.
Well done, Webb.
Well done, bye.
Hopefully that'll help you find the Starfarer and any outlaws still lurking out there.
Is that Sophie Wu?
Yeah.
As soon as you're ready, I want you to launch and begin your sweep. Once the prisoners arrive aboard, we'll see if we can get any useful information out of them and keep you updated. Good luck, and dismissed.
I better get down to the hangar then. Adjust my loadout. See you down there, kid.
The performance of everybody is phenomenal.
It's organic as heck, man.
Yes.
Lieutenant, I know you're about to head out, but I've been meaning to ask. How are you finding the Stanton so far?
Your thought?
It's been good, sir.
Glad to hear it. Stanton's a good place to start a career. She was my first posting, too. She's a hell of a ship, this one. Cully said you performed well on your last mission. That's quite an auspicious start. Tell me about yourself. Do you have family?
Is he gonna drone on forever?
Yes,
I do.
That's good.
Actually, one thing I want to talk about, it was the captain's first posting, so you can tell how old the ship is.
Yeah.
Currently, Navy ships aren't generational.
Time is one of those funny
They
things.
just are decommissioned in time for a new generation of people to take control.
Last time I saw
But
my
this
son, he was getting his
over here, no,
advanced.
apparently.
Next week, he's graduating college. I couldn't tell you where that time went. Point is, I know that you're trying to make a career for yourself. But don't let it get in the way of the rest of your life.
That's good advice.
You should do this.
Sir, have you thought about seeing him?
That would be complicated. I've kept you too long. You're dismissed, Lieutenant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, if they give you the option to disable the voiceover inner thought, great. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm cool, right?
That would be perfect. That's the only. That is basically the only downside I can think of right now.
Heck yeah. Is he gonna get stuck in the Moby glass?
Lieutenant, got word from the hangar crew that your ships are ready to go. Just waiting on you.
That was amazing. The conversation, it was
so organic.
Yeah, like Mass Effect attempted to do something like this, but they couldn't pull it off. This is just amazing.
The only thing I could pick up that would require some polishing is something that happens in 3.0 already, is where like you see an NPC and their face goes from idle to snapping into being like possessed to being idle again, and it happened there as well. He was like,
yeah. Well, that's part of subsumption,
Good to
all
see you
the
again,
transitions and everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Need gear, give.
I'm looking for some new gear. What can I get for you?
So not all, okay, let's see.
Combat
Okay,
knife.
awesome. Not all frickin' in the thoughts are audible. Only the cutscene ones are.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Ultiflex Fisk 8.
Oh, dude.
1055 carbon steel blade. Simple.
Like, is it sharp? Yes. Thank you. It'll do.
But by the way, have you guys seen John Wick 2?
No.
No.
Oh god, you have to, because Peter Serafinovic's character, which is a weapons sommelier, would fit so perfectly in here.
Oh, he's got the knife out.
Is that all?
Time to stealth kill. He's gonna kill Luke Skywalker.
Ballistic pistol.
Mark Hamill, excuse me.
Sure.
Colton, damn it.
The Gemini LH
And then Davros.
6. Solid balance. A good choice for close quarters.
Like, can I get a metallurgy report on that knife, please?
I love this gun with a freaking fidget spinner on the top of it.
Shush. Okay, the transitions for grabbing and stuff like that still need to be worked on. But
I assume that's very much work in progress still.
Is that all?
That's like final layers of polish, though.
Did you just point a gun at him? You just pointed a gun at him.
He did.
Phase plasma rifle in the 40-watt range.
Wait, what?
A phase.
Phase what?
Phase plasma rifle in the 40-watt range.
Rifle? Rifle?
Hey, don't diss.
Sorry, Meyer.
Oh, he
I
doesn't have
apologize.
it. He doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Take the piss on my rifle.
Rifle.
With the rifle.
That was awesome.
Oh yeah. The
shooting range.
On the right shooting range, yep.
Yeah.
With 3D
Lieutenant?
bullet holes.
It's a 40 gigawatt range, actually.
They do have signposts on the ceiling.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
Yeah. So you would be able to find your way around before you actually memorize the entire layout. I do recognize
great.
this place. Below is the hangar,
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Look, speculation before dialogue. Idris released today.
Dude.
No. Dude. I wouldn't be able to take it. I wouldn't be able to take it, man.
Oh man, I
think
don't
I
think
get
I'd
drunk,
leave my
man.
desk.
How many
for the
do you
weekend.
own?
Me?
Yeah.
3, I think.
Okay, cool. Hey, it's the Dar janitor.
Battle stations lets me really clean without people getting in the way.
I missed what he said, Darge, because of your quip.
Yeah.
Your damn quip.
Just like me, it wasn't very important.
Wow. Way to shit on the janitor, man.
I'm almost done here, kid. Just a few last tweaks. Hey, now that we've had a skirmish with the OMC and you've seen how they fly, you might want to make a few adjustments of your own.
Holotable is back.
Yep. Well, not actually a holotable. It's like a table.
Hey, that's a 2D visualization. I'm okay with that.
Okay,
Yeah.
An LED table then. Jeez.
It's QLED technology, actually. Thank you. Made by Samsung.
Quantum LED?
Oh, okay. I saw an NPC just like pop in and pop out of existence. That's a drinking point right there.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Argo. Best ship in the game.
Argo's neat.
Why do they have their guns out?
Protocol, son.
Alright, let's get them out of there. Ready up. Naga, get the door.
Oh. They got prisoners?
Mm.
Vandal.
Nah, I think it's just the outlaws.
Mandul.
just regular vandals. I think these guys
No,
you'll
I've never
have
been
to
in one of these.
you'll have to work with.
It's nice.
Mm.
Not as nice as a Bengal, but nice. Move it. Oh,
Those are
come
the guys
on,
from
clear out.
Bulkheads, clearly.
No, please.
Oh, here's Meyer.
He's
gone a bit pale.
You screw top some manners. Are you looking to start trouble? Always. Easier, though. Just trying to get a rise out of him. Did I get a rise out of you, Albert? That's enough. Let's go over there. The big one's
If that
coming
was
out.
the most
big one's coming
cliche
out.
conversation ever.
It's a typical one though.
No
Oh my god, this guy is huge.
It's the mountain.
Relax, son. I'm not in a hurry.
Yeah. Ain't like we're gonna be here long. Ain't like they're gonna be here long either. What the hell are you all going on about?
It's very simple. We're OMC. And OMC belongs to Sato Khan. And Sato Khan doesn't like people messing with his things, you got me?
Sato Khan? Is that your boss? Are we supposed to be scared of him or something?
Yeah.
Neuer, run up to the holding cells. Make sure
Those
everything's
guys'
ready
faces
for
need
us.
some work.
They're like tier
Yeah.
2 or 3 or
Ship
something.
until we have to.
Aye, sir.
Vex, start the processing. Aye, sir.
The big guys
Absolutely.
works, and then that guy that just left
Remove
worked.
one single muscle.
Yeah, but this guy with a big nose.
This guy looks like Michael Jackson.
To make you regret it.
Oh no, buffer.
With pleasure.
There we go. Eckhart on drugs, strong cart.
Yeah, I think he does have Eckhart's face, yeah.
So we've seen it again. Second cut scene that takes you entirely out of your character.
Yeah, I feel that's Chris Roberts' director side coming out, because he was a movie director before all this, so it's like, you know, trying to reprise that and like use the tech at hand to basically show off that he can still make awesome cinematic work.
And he's right. But
I don't mind it. I really don't.
This sort of being forced out of gameplay into cutscene reminds me of Doom, but it's not as jarring. It seems more natural. It is more more studied and more cinematic, like in a proper movie sort of way.
It's natural because like the stuff that's happening happens in a way that doesn't leave your guy inert. He has to be inert, right? So like
yeah.
Hey, and look, it's this is supposed to be a story as much as a combat game, right? So
yeah,
they're I think they're nailing that part so far.
Oh,
you kind of already
definitely.
feel invested, right? Like, I mean, even just from this little, you kind of feel part of the crew. Like, it's immersive fidelity.
God damn it! I have to drink now.
Hey, finish the work on your scanner. It should help you track down that missing ship. Fly safe.
Not like her. Is she a possible romance option?
the Gatling gun is though.
Yeah.
What, the Gatling gun is an optional romance option?
Yep.
I don't think I have the room. Anywho, it's time for the Brudolf.
Hang on there, stand clear for launch. Repeat. Stand clear for launch.
Aegis combat assist.
Flight ready.
Position. Systems green.
Attention. Ready, deck crew. Air shields up. Hangar doors open.
Yep, you see the landing gear in that just flicker for a sec?
Well, they've been having issues with landing gear for a while, like on the Saber Raven, it's just invisible.
Yeah. Please don't show a cutscene of them taking off. I want to see him taking off from the Idris.
I mean, like, sure it's a cutscene, but it's also not a cutscene because it's all in engine, right? It's all happening real time, you know what I'm saying? It's
Well,
just like...
you can show Colton lighting, taking off in a cutscene, but
Okay, sure.
But they're live cutscenes. They're in engine and they're happening in such a way that you would like take the camera back to a character and it would still be that. Oh my god, what's going on?
Yep. It's
Power
not
dab.
recorded. It's in game.
Yeah.
Baron 1 is away. Take off approved Baron 2.
Oh, frame drop.
Okay, thank you. This is what I wanted. We saw a cutscene for Mark Hamill to take off. Now we take off manually.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this. This is good.
This is just great. Yep.
Engines online.
Eject.
Exit
Accidentally
ship.
hits eject.
People like what? Game over.
I'm sure
have died.
I'm sure somebody will do that.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah. Don't click exit ship, damn it.
Please wreck. Please wreck. Please wreck.
No, this is pre-recorded. Come on.
I know.
Oh, they could still wreck it and show us what like a fail state looks like.
They could.
I think as a blooper after the credits, maybe.
Dude, if they show bloopers, I'm gonna be very happy. I doubt it, but that'd be great. Up, lag.
Weapons provide you to test out the scanner upgrades before you head out.
Scan, okay, so hopefully the new scanner system will show up here. Also, they changed the way the HUD of the Gladius looks. It's no longer horizontal.
I love it. This is proper jet fighter HUD.
It's better.
Okay.
And I'm glad they chose the Gladius as the primary ship.
Hornet's a bit too stocky. Yeah.
Gladius is a sexy ship. Aegis is the sexiest manufacturer.
Yeah.
Old man, 197 meters away.
It doesn't have the Carrack.
Oh yeah, it does say that, doesn't it? Okay. Yeah, you see all your contacts right there. With the hailing option directly. Yeah.
Hailing function's been working for some time. It worked at Gamescom.
Yeah. So
But this is different from what we have in game right now.
So he doesn't have a targeting circle or whatever icon over him. It looks like.
I wonder if that'll be in for this, because that's something they haven't implemented for 3.0. You can't target enemies. Like, it doesn't show up on your HUD. It looks really weird.
Yeah. Yeah. And currently nothing shows up on his map.
He has 60,000 quantum fuel, not 6 million.
It's more normalized. It looks better this way, I feel.
Yeah. Used to be like 10 billion, and you'd have no idea because there were no commas, so it's like, I don't even know how much I have left.
Well, no, actually, the way it is now, it's per kilometer.
Right. So like in some games, like where you get like 1.63 E, and have to work it out from there. What's that on the asteroids? Like, do you see those like weird spheres? Were those the mining droids?
Maybe.
No fucking clue, man, because
I didn't catch enough. Yeah. Gotta say, we're only an hour in, so we still have a full hour of
of studio tour.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
We're only 400 clicks, 350 clicks away from the Starfarer wreck, but he's going through this first.
We started at 4:30.
What is this nonsense?
What does this Stargate thing do?
Yeah, I know. Is it going to accelerate him?
Maybe this is the new afterburner system.
I love the look of it though. It reminds kind of reminds me of what's that game? The other game that we
Don't hit the beacon.
Is it gonna do it? Is it gonna make him accelerate? No, it doesn't. Okay. I thought it was gonna be like a railgun kind of thing, you know, like to launch him.
No, I think it's just checkpoint.
Just
I love the background though.
Oh, are they gonna quantum jump to it? Maybe. He's like, I don't know how to use this thing. In fact, no one does.
Nope. Nope.
Yes.
Oh, damn it! No, you clicked the wrong thing.
Picture with it. No,
Aw, man. I'm like 0.5 seconds away from you guys at the moment.
Oh,
like,
are
I'm
you?
buffing twice, yeah.
Oh. I would just F5 at this point. He's about to quantum jump, so you should be good to catch up.
Alright, I'll do it just as he quantum jumps.
Boom.
Oh, you're going through the clouds. Okay.
Whoa. Oh, I thought that was the background.
I did too.
I'm glad I was wrong. That is amazing.
Nice.
That is awesome.
Okay.
That is volumetric nebulas.
Yeah, but you can thank the blue-haired guy from the Foundry 42 studio for that. Okay, I'm gonna F5 real quick.
Yeah.
Hopefully I get back to where you guys are.
Don't miss that, don't miss that, don't miss that.
I did get it already. I got it already.
Okay.
Yeah, that was awesome. Alright, F5'd and we're back in 3.
Awesome.
There we are.
49 kilometers from first of here.
48 here, so we're back ahead again.
Okay, yeah.
Thanks, blue-haired guy. Chris Parry, I think his name is.
It sounds like it is.
Nicky's friend.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
But yeah, the volumetric fog. It's if it made us think it's part of the background, and then we just saw it move in 3D space.
Yeah. What is this flat area though to the right?
Graphical glitch, or maybe something that's been like mined flat.
This is seeming like a glitch to me in the fog.
Like a render glitch.
Yeah. Sure as shit what it looks like. I mean, everything else is beautiful. It looks. Yeah.
Well, it's far from completely finished, and we've known this for a while. But oh my god, I want this and I want it now. And there's lightning!
Oh, it wasn't a glitch at all?
Oh, no, okay.
What is it?
It was light escaping from cracks in this giant whatever the heck.
And you see the lightning like connecting down through it, yeah.
What is this?
Oh, wow, okay. That's a storm, bud. You're gonna get fucked up.
Where's Old Man in all this? I don't see him anymore.
No, he's gone from the
he jumped ahead of Old Man. He's on his own. He has no wingman. He's just in this storm looking for a starfarer, like some kind of Rambo.
He said, "Screw the primary objective. I'm going secondary immediately."
You know.
Oh, it's like the entire thing, the HUD thing, is like a piece of glass.
Cutscene.
Okay. There's a starfarer.
And a reclaimer saying, "I'll mutilate you."
What's this drone?
It's a reclaimer, dude.
No, I mean the tiny drone.
We hear you, Captain. Go ahead.
Did she just say Belladonna?
She did. This is what Salvin in chat's been talking about.
The Belladonna is a porn star, as far as I know.
It means beautiful women in Latin.
I know. Also, is a porn star.
Okay, but I just want to make it 100% clear that this is legitimate salvage. I know what it means when officials come around. All of a sudden, clearing a wreck becomes stealing evidence and interfering with an official investigation.
They are interfering. Some shit.
We're just looking for help.
No balls.
Of course. There is actually a long tradition of salvagers houses.
Listen, do you know anything about a second starfarer or not?
Hold on, let me check.
Belladonna is actually more commonly known as... I'll tell you later.
Oh yeah, we're doing a podcast and we're just focused on the thing.
Yeah. I try to fill in some space.
They got a lot left to collect, and it's not really smart for us to linger this close to the portal.
We're
Collision alert.
What with the coil? She said something about the coil. What's the coil?
Thing. This storm coil, probably.
Right.
Let's clear the coils so we can get in touch with Trejo.
Yeah, it's mentioned one more time.
Yeah. Assume it's the structure that they're inside of.
Right. Okay. Probably like something like electricity-based thing.
Yeah.
Magnets. How do they work?
You know what would like make me so happy is if a king ship just jumped in or something all of a sudden and like shit just got real.
This is such a strange piece of geometry, though. I've never even like considered what the heck this is. Like, because there's storm coming out from the top and bottom. Is it solid or is it gas? It looks flat and matte.
It looks like rock. It looks like rock. It looks like the asteroids. Like
but there is lightning coming through them.
Well, they said something about like like some sort of ionic storm going on.
Right.
So I don't know. Like, I don't know.
It's the upside down.
The upside down, friggin' in space. I guess it travels the entire universe. Who knows?
It's a cool environment. So
yeah,
it is.
It's a very creative
certainly wasn't
one.
expecting this.
I thought they were just gonna fight around Kovalex. a kid. It's definitely a rock. I mean, look at it. It's got formations.
No, it's
of a rock.
definitely
It's an
two
asteroid.
rocks, like close together,
Yeah.
but not hitting each other because of some sort of force thing. Maybe the coil. That's what the coil is.
Agent Trejo, you there? Got something for
Actually, I'm thinking.
Colton, I was just gonna call you. What's going on?
you. You know, Arkin Station.
I heard the coil before.
Base, right?
Yeah, they got hit by the OLC.
They attacked the station? Directly? That place is huge.
We were able to stop them, but that's not why I calmed. They also hit one of Shubin's convoys earlier, and we have a starfarer still missing. We were hoping you might have heard something.
No, nothing. I'll put word out and let you know if my people spot it.
Thanks.
Actually, you remember those slavers you dropped at the Asiento hub? Turns out there are a lot more. They're marching to the base, and they have a pretty extensive scanner array set up there, so they might have seen your lost ship. If you want, swing by and see if we can figure something out.
Sounds good. See you soon.
They want to go talk to slavers?
Well, what do you say, kid? Continue the patrol or meet up with Trejo? Call it.
Hang on, let me stop my ship before I can speak to you. Oh, I see. He's making a jump. This thing needs so much work, though.
Yep.
Oh, you can select nav points directly now. Good.
That's awesome.
What it needs is basically the Elite Dangerous thing of the hierarchy of elements.
We really do. It needs to be simplified. It's nice that you can do it this way, but there needs to be a more simplified way of doing it for sure. So I don't think we're gonna get any space combat because I don't think that HUD's ready yet. I mean, prove me. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I'm gonna like pour a couple shots in this thing. If we get space combat, I'll drink.
All right.
I need to pee very badly, but I'm sticking around.
Yeah, that's a bad idea, bud.
You're gonna have to grills it, Darge.
You can't leave.
Where are we now?
Gainy nav point alpha. Odin 1 or 2.
There's a lot of debris.
What's Gainy? And this doesn't look like a natural ring.
No.
This looks like debris.
It is debris.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, he's got G
Take my money, CIG. It's funny. I just read that somewhere. It's oh man, it's funny. It
What
looks
the
great.
heck blew up
I'm
here?
happy so far.
Yeah, I know, right?
A single starfarer.
Run a scan.
Got a fix.
A single million starfarer is more like.
See Mercy Gutierrez from Cost is doing a basic patrol pattern.
It says here she's 138 years old.
Eyes up, Lieutenant.
It says where?
Something's definitely not right here.
They're gonna fight
Maybe in the power distribution.
Yeah.
Ha! Proven wrong.
Ah, no! But there is still no combat HUD though, so I mean, like, I was right to be curious.
You were right to be curious, yes. This guy also can't shoot very well.
No. Also, he's running at about 25 FPS. So.
Yeah, he's gonna missile them instead of shoot them because there is no freaking combat HUD.
Missile
He
commander.
missiled one down already.
NPC's too strong. It's all up to more camel now.
I love how seamless it is, though.
Yeah.
This guy's a terrible shot, I have to say.
I know. It's
You have to use lead pips, goddammit, not
There you
trail
go.
pips. There you go.
That NPC died way too fast. That is not how it is in 3.0.
He used death hacks to make it like just hang in space.
Yeah. 2-shot kill.
Cutlass here.
Get the Saber Raven. EMP. Quickly.
When like components blow off, it makes like a shockwave that causes the ship to shake. It's amazing.
I do. I love that. Bye.
Oh, I love that.
Trio, this is Colt. What's your status?
Okay, now we know where all the debris comes from.
What a fight. I hope we're not too late.
Yeah, Odin 1A, Gaini is the name of the planet. Yeah,
We're in the
Odin
Odin
system. That's where Squadron 42 takes place.
Of course.
He just went to the star map for Moby Glass because it's so much easier to use.
Well, at least he made it work.
Multiple layers to the ring of debris.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Multiple rings. Yeah.
Agent Trejo, this is Colton. Come back. Trejo, this is Colton. Come back.
I love the planet below.
Let's take a look around. Scan the area.
I love everything about this. Oh my god.
Hey, got something.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
It's fantastic.
Unknown contact. It's gonna be the Starfarer. Spoiler alert.
Nah.
It's
An
the
evil Starfarer.
Yeah, with a goatee.
On the front.
It's been taken over by the replicators.
Instead of the
Sorry,
rocket
that was
launcher,
bad.
it has a goatee.
These are all space stations. Like those are LSR rings, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like, yes.
Yeah. What the heck
like-
blew up here?
10,000
Everything.
stations orbiting the body. That's what it is.
Gonna have to see if it's in like Jump Point or something. I'm pretty sure the Odin system's been covered already.
Possibly, yeah.
It must have
I
been.
need to pee right now. Fuck!
You need jars,
Fill
man.
me in when I get back.
Good pee? Anyway.
Ooh, he's
What
going
is
in.
that?
Oh, a ship
It's like
hiding.
is that? It's a hull. It's a hull.
Uh-huh.
That pipe coming through it. That's a Hull series ship. A Hull E maybe.
That or a station.
Or a station, yeah.
Remnants of.
Or a Hull E because of how freaking
Or a
big
Hull
it
E.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. Unknown contact. What do we have here? Oh. Is that an Avenger?
An Avenger, but it looks different. It has. What are those?
See one. I don't know.
It's not an EMP thing. I think it might just be a skin. I don't know. Like there's a skin in the shop called the Electro skin. Is this it?
Yes. Yes.
Trejo ship. What the hell happened? EVA over and have a look. I'll keep an eye out.
EVA time. Oh shucks.
Watch, his ship's gonna go tumbling downwards. EVA bug confirmed.
When you kick off the ship and it starts to flip. One
Yeah,
squat
right.
too many, Commander. No, it's not a hull series. Look at that piece of station down there. That looks like
this is
Pulsar.
Yeah, this thing's giant.
Mm.
You seem to be drifting left, if you were unaware.
So far he's gone into EVA, Darch, and we've just seen this ship, the neat-looking Avenger.
That's the Advocacy Avenger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which is bigger than the one we have in game right now.
It does look bigger, and with denim plating.
Yeah.
Denim hexagonal plating. Yeah. No, there was a guy on Reddit who did a comparison. Like,
I don't know if I'd enter this.
Just look at it. It is bigger.
Mm-hmm.
It's
and it doesn't have
like
the crawl space. It has an actual walking space.
Ship looks disabled.
Ship looks disabled. You couldn't tell from the outside with all of the electricity surrounding it. Yes.
Check the iPad that has like one message.
Oh, actually grabbing it. That's
Found
cool.
a data pad. Trejo wrote the word slavers on it. They took her.
Okay.
You know she was watching the base. Did she leave anything that might help us?
Well, let me check.
Oh, this is neat and new and freaking awesome.
Yeah, got something.
Yes. And very
Sending it now.
1998.
Got it. Head on back to your ship, kid. I'll
Well,
take a look at what's on these files.
You know, technology repeats itself every millennia, so we're okay.
They're actually a bit of ahead because this is 29, 30, 47?
45,
yeah.
I think, is when it's supposed to
45,
start.
yeah, 45.
Yeah. I think 2945.
So it's like 50 years ahead of its time.
Personally, I would not have gotten in that ship. I feel like I would have gotten shocked or something. I'd be like, no,
Maybe
Hamill,
he's
you
using
take care
like
of this.
the a Faraday cage spacesuit.
She's right. We have to move now.
His ship's called Baron too. I just realized.
Oh God.
That's bad news.
Matt's gonna have an orgasm.
A field day.
Slow down, bud. Slow down.
Come on. Let's chart a path down to the surface. We may not have much time.
That'd be pretty neat if there was an homage to him, to be honest. He's like one of the biggest guys in our field.
I think he is the biggest, actually.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
And he smells nice.
Kevin Richards there.
Does he have over 10,000 followers, though, Kevin Richards?
He should do. He had like a whole week of like front page one time. I haven't checked in a while. Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, he's over 10,000. Yes, of course.
Okay. Have you read Baron's article about
on Medium? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about
Not yet.
Yeah.
I need to. I actually have it pulled up in a tab right now, so I need to read it.
It's good. It's proper. And I think anybody who's interested about Star Citizen should read it.
It's gonna go to another planet now, aren't they? That's what I'm feeling. Moon, whatever.
And this looks amazeballs.
Actual mountains compared to what we have on Daymar, Yellow, or Cellen.
Yeah. Yeah. And what are those entry objects things?
Entry object things.
Like objects like comets or asteroids.
It might just be
entering the
stuff that's
atmosphere.
burning into the atmosphere from the station that got blown up.
Damn.
Someone's like, the real issue here is not the mission, it's the lack of polish. Wow. You're dumb.
Polish is the last thing that happens after beta. This is pre-alpha. I love this. I want it in 3.0.
Yeah. It's nice. Watch him crash. Bounce. Excuse me. Bounce.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, burning up in the atmosphere again. That's beautiful, dude.
It is.
But just this music, I don't think I've heard it before. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
It's Jeff Zanelli's stuff.
Zanelli this time?
Well, Zanelli's in charge of Squadron 42.
Right.
Pedro Camacho is in charge of Star Citizen.
Right on.
And is that a Port All-Star ring crashed onto the surface?
Yeah.
Sure looks like it, yeah. I mean,
Gonna have to check the star map after this and go to the Odin system and see what the heck happened. Why are there so many All-Star style wrecks everywhere?
Also, his quantum fuel keeps recharging. It's back to 60,000.
DevX.
Yeah,
it's
definitely
like
hacks.
it's like NOS in Need for Speed.
Time to engage DevHacks.
Nothing to see here.
Look off screen real quick as I open up the console and type in a command, please. Yeah, I just don't understand why there's so much debris. It's like there's 10,000 All-Star stations orbiting. There's just too much debris.
It's too many All-Stars.
Yeah. This looks great though. I like this.
Yeah.
I like the like green kind of atmosphere.
Very olive green, yeah.
A tunnel.
I love it though. He doesn't have to fly like through this tiny little crevasse, but he will.
No.
He will.
Actually, this is where you fired the torpedoes to blow up the station. He's going to the central engine chamber now. Reaction chamber, excuse me.
Forget the mission, let's blow up the planet, why not?
Yeah. Death Star Trench 2.0.
Wow, the music is great.
It is.
Music is.
Everything
absolutely
is amazing right now.
I'm not sure if Chief Monkey has this on his YouTube channel just yet. The soundtrack.
It doesn't.
It probably isn't on in the files just yet.
I'll listen to everything by Chief Monkey.
Is that shooting down debris? It is. That's unnecessary.
But only one.
So cool.
Yeah.
But only one of them.
Yeah, just the one debris. That one was too close. Too close. But that's a good like heads up. Fly low.
Is it debris or is it debris?
Debris.
It's debris.
Yeah.
Damn you.
Debris. Yeah.
So that's
What
actually
are you, French?
In terms of gameplay, that's a good cue to fly low, so you don't get wrecked.
Yes, very good cue. Yeah. Stay low or turret will kill you. But if it's anything like the
What
current
these
3.0 All-Star
pipelines?
turrets, it won't. I don't know. I mean, obviously it's some sort of, production industry facility, so...
It just ended on the left.
Just some real...
Yeah, and it starts again.
Yeah. I mean, something went down here.
Oh, yeah. This
gonna
is
find
a
out.
pristine condition planet we're visiting right now.
Someone went down here to blow all this stuff up.
I bet you we see some sort of, epic battle with the Idris towards the end of this demo.
Another one?
That's my speculation. Well, where you actually start seeing the Idris in combat, firing that railgun.
Idris in combat, yes, but if it's Idris v Idris again, I just at least hope that it's more realistic, you know? Like time to kill, all that kind of stuff, disable times.
I hope it's Idris versus a Vandal ship.
You think Vandal behind this?
Yeah. No. Well, okay, sorry.
Oh, that's a good question. Because there haven't been any Vandal so far.
No. Slavers, yes.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is, from the perspective of the Gladius, your player, I think you'll witness the Idris in battle. Not some sort of third-person thing that we saw last time.
Right, okay.
We'll see. That's just what I think. We'll see.
This music has been released, though.
Chief Monkey says no.
No.
He's in chat. He's like, 90% of this stuff I'm hearing right now is completely new.
The previous one, no. This one, definitely yes.
Right.
Mordor in space.
That freaking plume coming out of the volcano over there. What's going on with that? That is awesome, and I bet you can fly through it.
That looks great. Oh yeah,
man.
Is he landing?
Although he's about to land. Yeah. We're going inside for some FPS combat, boys. He's got that tactical knife.
Damn.
gonna see the stealth kill finally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
slicey.
Yeah, he had a knife after all, you know.
Oh, you landed on the
He's
guardrail.
not landed well.
You landed on the guardrail.
He doesn't care. He's in the Navy.
He did not request permission. Come in, landing services, come in.
I mean,
now got
to
a
be
crime
fair,
stat.
it has to be rough around the edges, you know? It can't be a perfect play because it's like any one of us playing the game, you know? Any other kind of like random stuff could happen, you know? I wonder what kind of like timeline changes would happen if he challenged the person who was, you know, like scavenging the Starfarer, you know? Like, a lot
Turn
of
your
stuff.
flashlight on.
There you are.
There you go.
Get your gun out. What are you doing, bud?
Is it a cutlass?
I missed it.
Get your gun out. This guy's killing me. Like,
Get
he's
your
just
guns
roaming
out,
around.
man.
Oh, there's nothing dangerous here.
No, of course not.
I don't need my gun.
Maybe we're in an armistice zone. This reminds me of Doom, actually.
Doom? Why? 'Cause the color scheme?
Well,
because
it had a lot. It had a lot of sections that were on the surface of Mars.
Oh.
Right. Okay.
So you can go over obstacles now. There you go.
Oh man.
Well, you could do in submarine, so I suppose it's only a matter of time until they bring it into.
No, you couldn't lift yourself up over ledges like that in Star Marine.
Is he gonna do something with the power here? Nah, he's not. I was gonna say Baron's head must be going ba-doof, ba-doof, ba-doof every single time he sees that freaking Baron too, man.
There you go. Now he's got a gun.
Now I found it. But only a pistol. Oh no, it's
the repair gun. The repair gun. What's it called again? It's in the stretch scrolls.
No, it's the no, it's like that utility tool. God damn it, it has a name.
Yeah, it has like 36 functions or something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Arc welder.
Is that what it's called on the stretch goal?
Yes.
With 36 tools, or whatever it's called?
I can't think of the name right now. It's not called the arc welder. Pause.
Omni tool.
No power. Omni tools from Mass Effect.
Yeah.
I know the one of the tools in Star Citizen is called the arc welder.
Right.
Oh no, pause. Yeah, pause. Personal arc welder or something like that, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hand can be crushed.
Be funny if that was like an ending to Squadron 42. You crush your hand, you're stuck there.
Well, you can't fly anymore, kid.
So we're removing a empty power cell? I
Yeah,
suppose?
and then replacing it so you can get inside.
Where are you gonna find a working one?
His ship? I don't know.
This is... I'm not seeing any sort of inner thought guide, so to speak. So you're gonna have to figure this all out on your own.
Yeah,
I mean,
in terms
I
of
imagine
what
there's
to do
gonna be
next.
some hints. Yeah.
No hand holding, I mean...
You know, it's actually called an Omni tool. I just checked the stretch goals, and I'll show you guys on chat.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's right there.
you.
Omni tool, $47 million stretch goal.
Weldon, I got the power back on. Gonna head up now. I'll keep you posted.
This is very Doom-like. I'm just waiting for a bunch of demons to pop out.
No, head crabs. Halo. We're
Head
getting there.
demons.
Not
Half-Life.
Halo.
Half-Life.
Jeez, yeah. 3 confirmed.
But... Oh, man.
Alright. Get your gun back out, bud. I don't understand it. Get your gun out.
The Texan is telling you. He knows this sort of things.
Confirmed. Get your gun out.
It's kind of distressing he hasn't got the gun out this entire time. Where is old man?
It's bugging me, dude. It is bugging me.
Where is old man? He's just like, I'm gonna chill out here in orbit, kiddo. That's really cool. What just happened there with the shutters?
There was a lockdown, I think, on the station. You just disabled it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you have the xenomorphs out, Tex.
This is so gorgeous. It's like monochrome, but it's gorgeous.
Yep. That appears to be bouncing a little bit.
It's like how to do brown in a good way, I guess.
He knows where the enemies are. Take his gun out. Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, you know, I would normally be disgusted with this, but this is just one environment of many, right?
Yeah.
So, like this actually kind of reminds me of Fallout. It's got a
it
lot
does,
of
or
gloominess.
Metro.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or that planetary scene from Alien Isolation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. It's got that same color palette, you know? This is just Odin 1A. This is just one planet in, like, of hundreds in the game that's gonna have their own, like, individual kind of color palettes, like, geometry, all that kind of stuff.
Identity, yeah.
Yeah. Identity.
Ooh, what's this? He's gonna break out the tool again. The Omni tool.
The Omni tool.
So I'm noticing, see those yellow bars, right? Those are kind of indicators to me, because they had the same thing on the previous thing that he cut. So maybe that's kind of like your cue, your visual cue. You can cut this.
Okay, but the yellow bars with black bars usually mean just warning.
So one thing that you guys may not realize is that that little screen on the back of the Omni tool or multi-tool isn't ready yet.
Okay.
Like, it's supposed to tell you how much, like, energy or whatever is left in the battery.
Yeah. I like how it's standing up.
Gravity, how does it work?
Yeah. It's got an anti-grav unit attached.
Refresh my memory, because my memory is, like, half cracking at this. Oh, never mind, never mind.
Higher than expected.
Oh.
It's good, right?
Turn your flashlight off.
The Navy cost us one job. Now there's this agent. Not sure where we're gonna
Breathable atmosphere.
We could hold off on the shipment to Gator. Use that stock for the Banyu.
Gator's not gonna like that.
Gator should pay on time then.
Mar, is that you?
Shut up. He pronounced it Banyu. It's not me. How could it be me? He said Banyu.
I don't think his
He's sneaking. We're gonna get a stealth kill with the knife. It's gonna happen. Stealth kill, please. Do it.
Goddamn
no,
Banyu.
God damn it, he went inside.
Yes, 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 yes.
That's for pronouncing it Banyu, you bastard.
No, he's gonna use the blood on the knife as a DNA ID.
That'd be ridiculous. Can you imagine?
Calden, I found the victims. Looks like they're prepping some more.
The
for fire.
victims right after killing somebody in cold blood.
Yeah. Yo, it was justified. Freaking crimes against grammar right there, man. Jeez.
Oh, this is very jarring.
It's just how a person plays when they play FPS games, you know, like spinning
it's pretty
around
much.
and crap.
Well, no, I mean, like, how you go from story to just regular FPS combat.
Right. The music helps.
Because you don't expect it.
Well, I mean,
you don't expect to be just thrown into the heat of
we
it.
kind of expected it. We were like, bring your gun out the entire time. He just didn't bring his gun out. He killed the guy with a knife, so I guess we kind of expected it. Maybe if he was a bit more stealthy, he could have gone around these guys, like, you know, stealth mode. One would hope that in the future you could do a 0 kills run of Squadron 42.
Also, he still has 30 ammo in the clip.
You just didn't see him reload.
Oh.
Aim down sight, you fool.
It's still
You didn't
30.
see him reload.
Yeah, it does.
His hands go too fast.
His heart rate's gonna spike. Oh, miss.
He's in trouble
Potato
here.
aim.
He's gonna get some CAS from old man. Oh, he's gonna have to jump down here.
He'd be really bad at PUBG.
Yeah, he's dead 10 times over.
All right, he's gone Batman now.
Okay, this is very alien themed.
You gotta love the limited voice like lines. Come on, find him! Come on, find him!
Come on, find him.
See, this is what we were looking at. The little rotating thing.
Oh yeah, it was a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so Arkham right now. Like, come on, find him! Where you at?
Keep looking.
I don't think there's anybody that's any game, at least in the near future, is going to be able to do the voice lines of an AI that's believable.
Look, you just need more people. Not the same guy.
He likes that knife. He's real happy.
Yeah, that was a very movie-style takedown. You're not supposed to.
Why did it go to third person?
Just to show it off.
It was the guy who was doing it, playing the game. You know, he had that for.
Maybe. Could be. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure of it because he was doing that while shooting a second ago.
Here's Trejo.
Hey, Trejo.
I wondered if she's a romantic interest in the game.
I was wondering when you decided to show up.
We got a little sidetracked.
Better late than never. What do you say about getting me out of these things?
He accidentally welds her face. Whoops.
Or welds her hands together.
Yeah.
Well then.
Oh, you don't got any meds, do you?
Fuck off.
Give her meds or say no. Really?
Nah. I'd like you to suffer.
Why is that an option?
I got nothing. I gotta keep him for myself.
Oh man. Why is that an option?
Well, actually, Texas brings up a good point. Maybe you want to keep them for yourself. For the future.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like, nope, I'm a dick, you know? Like, take care of yourself.
Just follow her ass.
We're on the move. Good work. Landing pad. We can evac her out of there.
Oh,
you've only got
old
to make
man
it through
found
30
a landing pad.
NPCs.
Lieutenant Commander called and
I'm
said
not leaving till this is done.
Agent Trejo is insisting on helping clear the rest of the base.
Fine. Keep moving. I'll contact medical teams and her people to move in when secure.
The mouth movements and stuff, man, are ridiculous.
Make sure Trejo understands
Yeah, they're good.
this is your op. She goes off again like what happened at the stage.
And the tongue as well.
Looks like this is your show, Lieutenant.
But I don't think, like, for
And it's funny because
dialogue,
the face word,
the lip movement is quick enough.
the head scanning guys were on about how they weren't able to do the tongue movements.
No,
Chris, come on!
And we have a lot of things to fine tune, but hopefully it gives you an idea of how fluid the story and gameplay will be in Squadron 42. You could be dogfighting at one moment and then engaged in intense ground combat the next, or back on your home ship spending time getting to know your shipmates.
Speaking of ships, let's go to Jared for a special ship shake.
Interesting.
That's a very jarring...
Greetings, citizens, and welcome to a special
Very
holiday edition
Jareding.
of Ship Shake.
Goddamn.
We'll give a quick
It's very
rundown
Jareding.
on what's in the ship pipeline, who's working on what, provide interviews
I love his
with
goggles,
developers,
though.
bring you the most up-to-date news on your favorite ships working their way to release into the
Carrack
Star
is
Citizen
now
universe.
flight ready.
And sometimes, just sometimes,
Fuck off.
I get the chance to strut
Oh my god.
my stuff and answer some burning ship-related questions. I'm your host, Community Content Manager Jared Huckabee. Behind me, you see the ship pipeline, an ever-evolving, continuously refined network of phases, milestones, and requirements necessary before a ship or vehicle can take its proper place among the flight-ready of Star Citizen spacecraft. Whether it's from design to concept, from white box to gray box to final art and flight prep, this is the process meant to ensure you the best possible accompaniment for your Star
What is a
Citizen
hero
experience.
room?
In this
Because
special episode,
there was a
I'm
box that
excited
said
to
hero
report on
rooms a
2
second
ships
ago.
that play pivotal roles in the upcoming Squadron 42, the single-player experience set within the Star Citizen
in a big
universe.
ship.
Up first,
A room
let's
that
take a
you
look at the ship that started life as a Corvette, but
this
grew
thing
up to be the
more
frigate we all know
than
and
other
love.
others.
flight ready.
Like a briefing room.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the details in there. Oh, shh. This is Morotor.
Today, Tor.
We're gonna see some combat, and then they're gonna announce it's flight ready.
I mean, it has been for quite some time, surely.
How much do you want to bet it's not?
None,
I'm pretty sure it's been
I don't
since
actually think it
2015
is.
when we saw it fly over us in over the first sighting at Port Olisar.
It's technically flight ready. It's just not drop it in alpha ready.
The flight mechanics are probably all there, but the interiors are not, most likely.
Oh, the gravitator.
Mm-hmm.
The gravitator.
That too?
Yes, that thing.
Yeah.
It's a sexy ship.
Yeah.
The med bay.
Look at those cafeteria animations. They're so beautiful.
Is that Admiral Akbar? There was a weird NPC.
The gray hair on that dude was fantastic.
There was an NPC in like that scene, and maybe my vision is blurry, but his head looked like not human.
Oh, this is one of the things you woke up in.
Yeah.
I assume this is all footage from Squadron 42 at this point.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
A whole slew
You had
of it
Liam
now.
Cunningham's character over there, and you got Morrow over here.
Yeah. I mean, between us three, I don't really want the Idris out until S42. There's no point.
Of the UE.
Why?
Fleet.
Why not?
So you got the Idris, you got the Javelin.
You'll ruin the
And
experience.
obviously you got the Bengal. So they're the big boys. The big guns, as we call them. The
For
original
some.
kind of
I kind of agree.
idea
I
and
want it
concept
to be a
came from
surprise
the
until the game
collaboration
is
with
out.
Chris and Ryan Church at the time. It started off as a much kind of smaller ship to what it is now. You can look back on the internet actually and find,
that is so much smaller.
You know, the original kind of concepts for that ship.
Space for Hornets.
What we initially did was we kind of we set it up as a small.
What
ship,
is this?
basically.
An Idris
So
for ants?
We followed all the guides for small ships, so like it's divided into chunks: body, nose, left wing, right wing. We put all the hard points on it just to make sure it could function like that, and then we started working towards setting up the interior. So we tried to get all the interior objects inside it, but then that's where we started encountering some of the initial like early technical limitations, where loading the Idris was taking ages. We were using, they weren't object containers, they were something else, I've forgotten the name of them completely now. But like what was happening is they were trying to load and they were loading just piles and piles of files that they really shouldn't have been doing, which was slowing everything down. So we had Steve Humphreys, one of our coders, he spent a while and he set up creating these object containers, which we could just compile a bunch of these items into like a chunk of the ship and then export that. And the Idris was the first ship we tried that on. And we had to experiment with like, how do we divide the ship up? And we eventually, like after a few months, we settled on something that seemed to work quite well. And it's just kind of getting this kind of iterative process for all the new systems that are going in. And yeah, object containers is kind of like, it's one of the biggest that it happened with. But there's loads more going on in there.
So pretty much every bit of new tech that's come into the ship pipeline or like volumetric
I don't
fog
own
or
one, so
anything
shut
like
up.
that has gone into the Idris first. It's been like the test ground for every other ship. It's the biggest ship and it's like the main hub in Squadron 42.
Yeah, this is
So,
the hero ship of the entire thing.
All the capital ships.
It plays an integral kind of role in Squadron.
Showers.
It's pretty much your home. That you kind of go back to an awful lot.
American style showers.
So it needed to facilitate a lot more kind of...
Because you can see under and over and in between the
so
doors.
over time it kind of grew. It was one of our obviously highest priorities. So we had to work out from pretty much the inside out, like the layout of the ship.
You're lost in that thing.
To facilitate not only kind of decent gameplay, decent gunplay, balancing the gameplay as well from a PU perspective, but also facilitating all the things that are required in the script. And that's really cool actually, because it kind of feeds your inspiration as to what kind of various areas can be. So, you know, it feeds, you know, we need a reactor room, we need a briefing room, we need a med bay, we need all these things, and it's kind of subconsciously fed into the design theory of every other ship that we've made since. So we've got these kind of archetypes now that we really kind of push through as much as possible to make sense of
I like how calm he is walking through that door with the emergency lighting.
Beyond being a ship, it's almost a flying level. I mean, there have been, I've heard discussions of people being like, oh, we could tell you.
Oh, that's the prison, isn't it?
Yeah, okay.
The
brig.
The brig,
yeah.
Happen. Maybe
Excuse me.
They'll do something with that, but like,
how dare you,
Tex? When I first started on it, I got lost in it, and I'm not ashamed to say I still get lost in it every now and then. You'll walk out the kitchen
Space
and be like, do I turn left or right to get to the nose of the ship, you know? We were putting a bunch of things to increase usability, so like the different sides are colour-coded, one side's green, one side's red, and we got signposts.
You have to drink now. I don't think people realise how much
the
ship has. I think there is a lot of hidden places that people just don't realise. Like pretty much every bit of the interior of the ship has been covered. There is not. We're actually struggling.
His jumper is actually pretty lewd.
Because we're limited on.
I'm the snowman on the right.
The exterior.
I'm sure you are taking people's noses.
Some airlocks into like the front section of the ship, and we're like, okay, where can we?
Oh no, immersion broken. Both those airlocks have the same texture on the red part.
Going up. There's a lot of space on the exterior part at the front, but on the interior part, it wasn't. It's a bit tricky. We had to juggle a lot of rooms around and stuff, and remove certain sections of the ship that didn't make sense anyway, to fit certain rooms into it, and just rejig things around. And I think it's all for the better.
Because this ship is like very heavily used in Squadron, the interior was kind of set in stone when I first went onto it. So for a lot of the newer ships we've had set up, we've kind of been able to set up like, this is the engineering bay, this is the living quarters, whatever. For the Idris, it's also very small. It's not quite that clear cut. It's kind of everything's right next to each other, and it's all very sort of tightly packed into
15 minutes to go.
You start off with the hangar at the base of the ship.
If exactly 2 hours is the key.
And there's cargo capacity along the sides of the hangar as well.
We're still going to get a date.
Along with cargo lifts to go.
Everything after 15 minutes is bonus.
But you then have like a couple of staircases which will take you up to the main deck of the ship. Pretty much everything else on the ship is. You've at the nose, you've got like turret rooms, you've got the medi bay. Behind that, you've got like the living quarters, the captain's quarters, the kitchen, and behind that, you've got the more engineering side of things. So you've actually got the engineering room itself. There's airlocks back there. There's
like the
a briefing room as well. If you if you want to just
reminds me of the briefing room from Battlestar Galactica.
Crew.
I just don't think that all the chairs are necessarily
its own like self-contained
necessary.
Why so?
11 seats in there.
Well, they're all like combat-ready ergonomic chairs.
It had a lot of interesting challenges.
Well, like if you have an entire like crew of like 40 people plus like maybe 20 more,
right in the middle of the hangar. Like
you might want to have enough seats.
Enough seats, yeah, but they've seemed
you mean the style,
working out
the style of the seats.
It
could just be like simple theater.
Clear that runway space, and it is a runway at the end of the day.
You need somewhere to sit and
open up access to
rest.
But
you want people to think you're a cheapskate.
To the rest of the ship, and we're very kind of keen at the time to open up.
It's like going into a cinema and all the seats are like Recaro racing seats. It's like
sections of the ship, so you can walk out of the hangar, for example. You can walk for a good 5 minutes. And you kind of double back on yourself, and all of a sudden you're looking back down into the hangar. And there is a degree of, you know, when you land, you look up and you can see these areas, and it's like, okay, I want to get there, which feeds into the narrative of certain kind of chapters in Squadron as well. So it's really kind of cool to just kind of link all that together. So when you're in this kind of hectic kind of hangar environment, and you're looking up and you've got this kind of cool, calm habitation area, the two conflicting is quite an interesting thing to look at. And it makes the ship feel, even though it's huge, it kind of makes it feel a bit more personal.
So we had many challenges, because we had obviously Squadron 42, which it features heavily in Squadron 42. It's your home base. It's where you come back to after each mission in the game. And it's where you can have a lot of downtime to get used to talking to other characters, getting to know the people on the ship.
Tell me it's flight ready.
To try and
just get to it.
Like emotional connection with everyone. It's your main base essentially. So Squadron 42 is probably one of the main ones we've been gearing it towards, and then the persistent universe is just stemmed from from the Squadron 42 version of the ship. Collaborative gameplay is probably like where this ship is going to excel in compared to other areas. You're going to need a big crew to run the ship.
And
It's not like any other ship in the game. You're going to need a hefty crew support with this ship. You can't run it on your own. It's so big. This to get from one point to another can take 5 minutes.
Idris is far from the only ship that you need to have other people to run.
That's true, but I imagine things like the Idris and sizes like that being like your guild hall.
Floating things. A bunch of, like,
broke
on the bridge.
Unplayable.
What we've done is like, each seat has a different pilot.
Well, like even the Starfarer, you'd struggle to run it on your own.
That's true.
Unoccupied. If you have a co-pilot sitting in the co-pilot seat, they have priority on the engine, so the pilot can, I don't know, if they get killed or go away or something, then the co-pilot will take control and do a lot of the flying for you. But they also will be able to do their own thing with their terminal. Then you have the weapon seat, which controls the gun. But the pilot can also control the gun if the weapon seat isn't being used. There's this sort of interlaying like dependency on the seats. So
Sorry,
it's
you have a dog?
having multiple people just because there's going to be a lot to do.
That was violent.
Won't be able to do it all.
Yeah, it's pretty much got what other ships have, but it's just on such a larger scale that
held
I
back.
think it's going to really, it's going to hit people's like nostalgia.
It hurt.
Of old like Star Wars movies. I think that's my most exciting part.
We have a kind of ongoing little giggle about it. It kind of is good at everything. Like there's nothing that I don't feel it's particularly weak at for that size of ship. You can carry obviously three kind of Gladius small-sized fighters in the hangar. We also have the Argo utility vehicle, which tucks into like a subdeck.
Subdeck,
really
okay.
Interesting. It kind of drops down like the Aliens dropship scene, which is sweet. And then you've got pretty much everything else that it can do as well. You've got multiple turrets across the top and the bottom of the ship. You've got the huge railgun at the front. Plenty of cargo space to the side of hangars. It's a level. Like there's so much
the Idris mode
stuff
confirmed.
in this ship that's actually physically flying through the universe with people sat in it, and all the VFX are staying with it, and all the fog's staying with it, and all the usables are staying with it, and all the components are staying with it. Everything in there moves and is interactable, and this thing's flying at light speed through space. So it's really impressive, and you just get these moments like when we were playing, you know, that demo over and over and over again in the run-up, and then you get these breakthrough moments where they switch the camera to one guy at QA, and he was just sat there looking out of the side window of the bridge, and they were just leaving orbit, and you're just like, okay, like. But you get these moments that completely kind of change your attitude to things, and it kind of makes you want to go even further. It's hard, like it is really hard to do that stuff, and you can kind of, it takes its toll on you as an individual. But then you get these moments, and you're just like, yes, this is what makes it all worth it.
All right.
Idris, originally envisioned by celebrated concept artist Ryan Church, is one of the signature ships appearing in the upcoming Squadron 42. I'm pleased to announce that much like the Javelin we discussed last month, due to its size, the Idris is in all of final art phase, where in the hands of the Squadron 42 art team, they're currently working on the various set dressings and special lighting setups necessary to turn it into one of the many cinematic locations you'll visit in the game. It's this combination of immense size and impressively cinematic Squadron 42 game needs that means there's still plenty of work left to be done before this vessel moves into flight prep. But you can be certain, when that time comes, we're going to let you know. Moving along to another ship playing an important role in the story of Squadron 42, let's take a look at the current rework of the little penguin that could, the Aegis Avenger.
And on sale now is the advocacy.
Way back in the day, ships that went into the game. It was actually me that
I always loved the Avenger.
I think it was in record time back then. It's funny.
Yeah.
The original uses it.
It looks like a Lamborghini.
Essentially like an old school police vessel. Back in the day, they got repurposed. It was at the time it was sort of very kind of favourable to bounty hunters because of its large cargo space at the time. In the back. Over time that progressed, where we've got several different modules that you can plug into the rear.
There's your cells.
So you got the cargo space,
Yeah,
those are the new cells, right?
The new ones because they look much bigger.
Which is really interesting. But as with all things in the UK,
yeah, exactly.
We decided that
there we go.
So we decided it needed.
Look how much bigger it is.
It wasn't just for the sake of doing it. Like the main reason for that is since 3.5, 4 years ago,
25% or 30%
the game's
bigger.
progressed an awful lot. A lot of the ship mechanics are coming.
Boundary 42 got their hands on it.
Really kind of.
I mean, UK.
Yeah,
so,
for the
for
42
example, like the
UK.
ship components have gone in, and by the time you put the ship components into what was a small ship, you got no room to maneuver, and it was very tight anyway. The original
So this
version
is
had that
a really
kind of
cheap
craft
ship
space
right
in the middle.
now.
So we wanted to get away.
So people should probably try and get into this now,
and basically make
if
the
they
ship
wanted to.
Before they
easily
bump up the
traversable,
price.
either in gravity or in zero gravity. By expanding the section and kind of building that out.
Stop with the whispering,
so it can,
man.
Accommodate all the components from tech design.
It's a good-looking ship.
You can sleep there.
New PTU update
for
sure.
There basically, rather than having to go into
I don't believe you.
pose, which created.
It just showed up on my stream. New P2 updates.
Yeah, that's all gone now.
The
Don't believe
changes
it.
we've been making on the Avenger have been bringing
During the stream?
Yeah,
textures and
just now.
shaders up to a higher quality.
What,
adding more,
AR?
Adding a little bit more grunge because
yeah.
it's kind of one of those workhorse ships of the UEE. It's the advocacy's main.
Here's the question though:
combat vessel.
Can you enter it from the front?
I wanted to look like it's
Maybe.
been around a bit longer and seen a bit of action effectively. So we wanted the textures.
Yeah, it's
to be
one of the
more
biggest
grunge,
issues with the Avenger that I
things
don't
look
like.
A little bit more
There's
warm,
one
a little bit
Avenger
kind of more-
variant.
That you
It's
can.
the EMP one.
The Warlock. I
Yeah,
think.
the Warlock.
We wanted just to polish up the geometry on the ship as well.
But
just give it a slightly
considering
cleaner
how much
aesthetic,
they're touting the
without
whole
kind of
modular
losing
ship
any
thing,
of the
you would
design
think
cues
that
people
all the other Avenger
enjoy about
variants
our ship
would
already.
have
Biggest challenges with
the ability
Avenger was scaling it.
Yeah.
up
We'll see in a
to
second,
enter from the
maybe.
front.
Kind of distorting the design in any way. You still wanted the cockpit and spaces to feel quite enclosed, but we didn't want to change the proportionality between the bounds of the cockpit and the ship itself, because it's all quite intrinsic in the proportion of the design. So a lot of that has had some rework and some back and forth, but I think we're quite happy with where it is currently.
The interior has got a lot bigger. Whilst we've done this rework, we obviously wanted to fix the component issues. We wanted to sort the middle section out so it's traversable easily. The cockpit's generally got a little bit bigger, so the camera's got a bit more room to maneuver in there. And we've also sorted the rear ramp
thank
out,
God.
so there's no collision issues there now, especially with the new compression system coming in, because we're finding with a lot of ships, once they compress, that whole metric that you work to kind of goes out the window, so you have to give yourself a bit more of a buffer to work with, which we've done here. So should you land her quite heavy on the rear, you're still going to be able to get in that ship no problems.
The Avenger, before we ever built the interior for it, wasn't meant to have an interior in the first place. I think it was just
That makes sense.
and then that was kind of retrofitted, and now revisiting.
That's a
the
pretty
ship
big size
we
increase
felt
too.
that Making it a little bit bigger.
Yeah,
and
but
making the space
it makes
inside
sense that before
more practical
the Avenger was
worth the
basically
effort. So
meant to have a
we've gone back in
cockpit
we've done
and
that.
that's it.
We've got the three different
And
variants.
the
We've got
interior
Stalker,
was
which
just
has the
tacked
prison
on.
pods in the back.
Yeah.
And
It felt like
this one
that, to
where
be
you can
honest.
put people
It
in
did.
there. You've got the Titan where it's the cargo
Because there
ship.
was no
So you
room
can
for
put
actual
a limit.
components.
It's not got the biggest
The
cargo
bounty
capacity,
base
but
was
still
there,
goes
but they
more
were like
you can
this
put cargo
thin.
in there, and then we also
Yeah.
have the Warlock, which has replaced the entire
It's
back
like-
area with an EMP
like
device.
like when
That
you
whole
put
kind of
a
system came
leaf
about
inside a
really
book
from the
and
Retaliator stuff
compress
that we've
it.
done, where we started thinking
That-
about like
that's how
you
I
have
felt.
like different versions.
You run
of
across the
in
mountain,
the game.
that pirate guy, you
Without
can't fit him
having
in
to
there.
Kind of going and redo the whole ship all the time. Obviously, that's very kind of labor intensive and kind of.
Yeah, that big
it's
dude.
intensive on the engine
He's a
as well.
pancake.
Yeah.
So it's really about kind
You've
of swapping
killed
the
him.
sections out.
He's dead now.
So the EMP was, I think
Mission
it was done,
accomplished.
3 years ago now. And it's massive, like it's the ship's main kind of weapon, shall we say. It completely replaces the whole cargo space or the bounty hunter space. Cargo space is what it is. I mean, it's just not too much more I can say about that. And then the bounty hunter, what's really interesting about that is the way that you can configure
That looks nice.
the rear of the ship. So you can have 6 of these.
I like how they're all cell A.
Yeah.
They remind me of the Fallout 4 cells.
Vice versa. So
Cells.
it's kind of quite
yeah.
customizable, which is kind of interesting.
But it's also not incapable when it comes to combat. It's a medium-sized sort of ship, so it's quite maneuverable, and it'll be quite versatile when it comes to.
The one thing I don't
find
like about it
yourself
is
in
like
a
the gun
combat
sticking
scenario.
in
I think
front.
it's one of those where it'll
from
make
it.
quite a good sort of entry-level fighter. So anyone that's just sort of
Sure.
just got into the game, you're quite enjoying what.
It'd be so
start
much
the ship and
nicer.
be like, oh, I want to
Well, that
move on
bit
to a bigger
just-
ship. I think the Avenger. If you don't want to spend as much as on the
Inside.
Avenger, the Avenger would be quite a good next step for you. And also, if you want a ship that can do a few things, it's like get the Titan. It's got cargo space, so if you want to move some cargo, you've got a ship that can do a bunch of things, and it's not too expensive.
I believe, obviously, yeah, there's going to be missions where you're going to have to kind of go out and capture people. Long-term solution with, obviously, within the PU now. I mean, that's definitely for Squadron. That's something that will come about. So those kind of mission types will, I imagine, turn up in the game. Like I say, I'm not a designer.
That's true, George. If you put it further back, then the gimbal can't point upwards anymore.
I imagine that there will be wanted kind of wanted signs up for various people, like real players. So if you can catch them.
Very true.
Which makes it quite exciting and whatnot. So yeah, you'll be slinging them in the back of the Avenger or the new Hawk, I imagine. So yeah, one or the other.
I find myself wanting to put a giant bullhorn on top of it and fly it around the galaxy like I'm a blues brother in the Bluesmobile.
The Bluesmobile, yes.
One of my favorite movies, don't judge me. With the continuing development of Squadron 42 necessitating a rework on the Avenger, the ship is currently with the Squadron 42 art team and in the final art phase, specifically the final modeling and surface tweak stage. Now when that team has completed their work, it will move back to the Star Citizen art team, where they will make any adjustments necessitated for the specific use within the persistent universe, before it then moves on to flight prep and then its eventual release into your hands. I just need to convince them to add an item port to the top so I can advertise my own rhythm and blues music review.
That beard, man.
It's a good movie. From the soaring adventures of Squadron 42, we travel through the tough terrain and terrestrial trade of Tumbril.
Tumbril.
With an interview about the latest concept.
They had to get here.
Makes sense.
The Tumbril
I forgot about it, actually.
The Nova tank, yeah.
Yeah.
So the Tumbril Nova, this is our first sort of trip into looking at large military vehicles, land-based vehicles.
What I read was the gun is a size 7.
Big tank. It's bigger.
It better be.
Many tanks I think exist right now. This is
it has several people
long,
on
5
it.
meters tall, 9 meters wide tank. So this is pretty big.
Tank.
This
a 9 meters wide tank.
Upright in the tank. He won't have to crouch or to have some weird stance like in the Rover or some other vehicles.
So this is built by Tumbril, which is a relatively new company in terms of the sort of art style that we've been working with. And this is the
But
large.
this looks nothing like a Tumbril thing.
Basically, so this is like the size.
It's a tank. I mean,
it looks awesome though.
Tumbril,
no, it doesn't.
apparently has been making tanks. Well, military hardware a long time ago. We've introduced it with the Cyclone, and at the time I think we've teased that it did tanks in the past. And this is, well, one of their best designs. This is a super heavy tank. It's really well armed, really well protected as well. And yeah, it's obviously good against other ground vehicles.
Confused about the tracks, though.
To be able to defend itself.
As the first vehicle with tracks.
Didn't they want to use Gravlev?
3 different weapons on the Nova tank. We got a big ballistic cannon at the front, like most tanks.
Yeah, in other games,
it's made for ground vehicles.
A Gravlev system seems like an upgrade to the tracks.
Yeah.
We got 2
well, in this game, the tracks may be an upgrade.
It could be more versatile, it could be more robust.
A new kind of missiles that is
on
the
track left,
and that is made
to
defend itself against the ships. It has also some countermeasures, but this is more like if you get a missile alert from a spaceship, you can defend yourself against this. But yeah, this is just basic defense.
You can shoot missiles with it. It said.
Modular construction. So we're going
well,
to
I would assume that the turret
abilities. The modularity
can have more than just a gun.
Sections. So you've got the main turret,
like the Cyclone.
So the body is sort of the main rolling chassis. And we can swap that out. You know, maybe that you have 2 huge railguns. Maybe you've got anti-aircraft. Maybe it's like just a whole salvo of missiles. I guess
Landmaster confirmed, man. It's great. I love it.
Figured out as part of the whole gameplay experience. And in terms of construction, you know, it's quite. You know, there are similarities with the buggy. You know, with the Cyclone. You know, the Cyclone was the first of the Tumbril vehicles, and that one had a very sort of signature, sort of exoskeleton almost. Like you had a framework that was very visible, that ran around, and then everything was sort of bolted onto it. Obviously with a tank, you want it to be heavy, you want it to feel robust, So that frame isn't visible from the exterior, but it is from the interior. So you
got like a full-blown walk-around interior.
Yeah. So I suppose, like, for a tank, you don't want it to be like floaty.
Again, it's got that sort of
with a gravel system.
Feeling.
You want it to be
to repair it. You could sort of
solid. Yeah, so that strong ass gun is gonna pound your gravel into the dirt.
We wanted
or if you fire, it doesn't shoot you like 100 meters backwards.
Exactly.
From the body, so the gunner is not going inside the turret like in some tanks that we know.
Or something they could do is like have a tank that transforms into like legs, like in siege mode in Command & Conquer. Fires.
Yeah. There's a driver on
that would be awesome.
The gunner, well, that works on other systems. There is enough space inside to take care of the components. Like if a component starts to overheat or whatever, you can repair it or change it while you're inside.
Every time he says it, man.
There is
just cracks me up.
External door that is.
He's French though.
I know.
You cannot blame him.
This is a relatively easy entry point. This is not like tanks where you have to.
He stresses the first syllable of the
word
in all words.
It just makes me laugh. It makes me happy.
So if you move, the side skirt obviously won't stay at the same position. It will move, it will rise up with the suspension of the tracks.
We haven't gone wild with this.
Oh man, buffering. Oh, there we go.
Tumbrel isn't a wild manufacturer. So we've sort of tried to keep it in fiction. And so, you know, you look at it, you know, it is pretty solid, but it's not, you know, it's not full of trinkets. It's, you know, it hasn't got reactive armor plastered all over the
That
sides.
looks a lot bigger than any.
So we don't, you know, we don't need
normal
to worry
tank.
about that. You know, it has got
it's a tank, of course.
It's a tank.
Yeah, it's because it's a tank.
In terms of its construction, it looks solid, weighty, like it could take a hit even if your shield goes down. But beyond that, you know,
I'm still just not a fan of it.
You know, it's relatively straightforward.
It's very basic looking, but it has it's there for a reason, you know, like weather effects and stuff that affect big ships.
I mean, hey, I got one, so it's like, I'm just not.
Don't like it, but I have one.
Wait, I'm not a fan. I still have one because I can.
No, it's. I mean, because the function is there. I'm sure.
Like a salvo of missiles.
You sound so French right now.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, I think that's going to give you a good, you know, good shot at staying alive. And if there's a few of you in these things, then you know it should be pretty imposing. You know, sort of looking forward to the day when players are playing the game and
this is actually
one of the
quite
moons or one of the
good for surface superiority. But what about surface to air?
Sort of
they've mentioned in the sales page, yeah.
That's going to be, you know, that's kind of like a classic World War II.
Right now, all we've seen is the main gun.
Well, maybe the main gun is homing.
I mean, it's going to happen in all sorts of ways.
No, you saw rocket pods or missile pods there too, and and a secondary weapon. Yeah, some Badgers.
Yeah,
or
the
whatever.
secondary, but primary. It should have a variant where it replaces the primary weapon for anti-air.
I think we have too many variants, to be honest.
Yeah.
We just need more modules.
In a game, if you can't make a tank, obviously you need to make a tank at some point. And many players want a tank.
Can we get a tank count, please?
I want a tank
as well. So we're really happy.
Are we spelling this T-O-N-K?
I know.
Yeah.
Or are we spelling it T-O-N-Q-U-E?
Tank.
A bike or whatever this is where. We've got a big tank, big protection, big guns.
No offense meant to this brilliant man.
I love him.
Yes, I love everyone.
Inspiration.
He probably hates the internet right now, but we love him.
You know, we're pulling.
We love him.
Yeah.
But we are spelling it T-O-N-Q-U-E.
Tonk.
I prefer T-O-N-K, American version.
For me, it's always the time. You know, it's the timelines that are tricky. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff that you want to cover and you want to try and figure out. You don't necessarily have all the time. So that's why I sort of see this as our sort of, you know, entry into this side of things, and we'll continue pushing it. We'll continue pushing materials and sort of working on that tumbrel manufacturer influence. And you know, in terms of real world reference, That's the beauty of the internet, right? In terms of, you know, there's no shortage of information on.
Yeah, see, there's the badgers,
APCs,
the bulldogs, or whatever.
Yeah. Whatever it is, the size 1
sort of
or 2 versus
what works best
what
Citizen
the gun is actually is like
influences, and then sort of okay, well that's cool, but how do we advance that?
You would think that would actually serve as a good platform for other size 7 weapons,
people
not
still
just a gun, but like rocket launchers.
Depends on the strength of the power core,
you're always,
or power, like how big a power thing you can put in there.
For a rocket launcher, you really don't need anything more.
And then I think, you know, if we want to do the wilder stuff, that's when we start using other manufacturers.
But I'm liking how they're
out of the bounds of what people expect a tank to be.
I really like tanks.
I like tanks.
I'm really happy.
No, I'm liking how they're making different manufacturers go for different niches in the market. Like Stumbrel is going for land-based, and
closer to what we have where.
Consolidated Outland is going for basically unknown stuff.
Whereas this one is a really big tank. You get inside.
It's fantastic.
You walk inside. You can change the components. You can go see if the other crew member is fine, or just open the door on fire, through the door, this kind of stuff.
I can't take it anymore.
This is not
the French do not like you, Mr. Texas.
It's nothing but tonk. It's just tonk. That's it.
Crazy prototypes that never came out or whatever. So, yeah, this is really cool. On
drink whenever you hear tonk, dead.
Well. We'd be dead right now, people. Dead.
Oh yeah. Oh, I still have a beer, 2 beers that I haven't drunk.
We get some proper ground vehicles on that.
And half of this tankard.
I've gotten a fair way along this Kraken, to be honest.
Every kind of situation.
My latte is gone.
If you want to attack a base, or if you want to
do
a surprise.
What am I to do?
Oh my god, Tex. I almost spent my drink.
It would be really nice. Like there's every kind of situation that has been planned. Outside, obviously, of falling from space or going into the water or this kind of stuff.
So pretty much now we're at the point where
Reddit already has a tonk thread.
Yeah, of course they do. Right?
Was it spelled T-O-N-K or T-O-N-Q-E?
K.
I'll say one thing. Yeah. I'll say one thing. It definitely looks better when they show it there like that, right? When you can kind of see some more detail. The concept art just didn't do it as much justice as it could.
The image they chose for the concept art. Yeah.
It's not pretty, but it's functional.
And knowing is half the battle. Gee, they won't let me say it. The Turnbull Nova has completed concept phase and is currently available to pledge for on the Roberts Space Industries website. It's an exciting addition to Star Citizen, and I'm looking forward to the day when we can see battles waged across land, sea, or air. Yeah, I still won't.
Votes confirmed.
Finally, before we let you go, I had one more update for you about a ship we covered last month. The Origin 600i. In the November monthly report, currently available up on the RSI website, we shared an image of the interior cockpit of the ship in gray box phase. And due to the camera positioning way back near the rear of that section, the cockpit struts that have been a part of the model since its original inception and concept reveal appeared much closer to obstructing the forward view of any potential pilot. Those struts can also be found inside the concept holoViewer model when you pivot the camera inside of the ship so that you can approximate a cockpit perspective. For the gray box image we showed in the monthly report, here's a look around inside that very same model.
They don't look as obstructive.
All that said, I'm very pleased to report that in keeping with the continuing evolution of origin, style, and profile, artists and the ship team working on the 600i have decided to remove the struts altogether.
Yeah!
And provide this luxury
I have that same sound effect.
The galaxy that owners deserve. I do say, steady on, old chap.
Oh my God.
We'll have that ship in shape in no time. And that's not just cricket. With that, this episode of Ship Shape comes to a close. But you haven't seen the last of us. We'll be back in the new year with more ships, more ship updates, and more things that only I think are funny. For Ship Shape, I'm Community Content Manager Jared Huckabee. I'll see you next time on Ship shape.
And that had a copyright on the background because
probably not.
Do you remember a girl that was on for like 4 episodes for Ship
owners
Shape?
will want to hold
More
on
than
to this
4.
ship after
I forget her
seeing
name,
just how
but
massive
she
it is. Also,
yeah.
if you don't
got a
own
job
an
elsewhere
Avenger,
that she
now's
wanted.
the perfect time to pick one up. It's available as one of the discount starter packs on sale over the holidays.
Yes, the Tumbril Nova brings another dimension to ground combat in Star Citizen. It's heavily armored.
Give us a
and features
date.
devastating weapons that can be used against targets.
There will be no date.
I know.
There will
The
be no
tank
date.
first
No
made a name
date.
for itself during the Second Tavaran War and
If we
remained
get
a
a date,
battlefield force for centuries before
I'll
Tumbril
drink
went out of business.
this.
Recently, a group of investors bought and revived the Tumbril brand.
We
after
we
successfully
we
bringing
can't
the
see
Cyclone back
what you
to
have
civilian
because
market
you
and
haven't
turn
been.
attention to
Texas
the
can. You
iconic
can't.
Nova. The original tank
We'll
was
drink
so well
this.
designed
I've
that
been
only
full
minor
screen
updates were
all this
needed to
time.
make it ready for the modern battlefield.
If you're interested in owning this versatile war machine, the Tumbril Nova is on sale from now until January 15th.
Yeah, very cool. So to learn more about the Nova, head to our website and read
Come on.
the brochure, which
Do it.
profiles some of the famous battles where the tank distinguished itself.
If you don't own Star Citizen or Squadron 42 yet, then this is the perfect time to pick up both. We're currently offering discount starter packages for Star Citizen over the holidays. If you grab one, then you can also
What's
get
wrong with you,
Squadron 42 for only $15 with the Super Size Me add-on. The deal is available until January 31st.
That's a full
and after
month
that,
and
the
a
Super
half
Size Me price
almost
will increase to $20.
Discount starter packs. Nice.
Yeah, that's all for today. So anyway, I wanted to thank the subscribers for supporting all the video content that keeps everyone up to date on the game. Be sure to vote in our subscriber poll to help shape your 2018 perks.
And of course,
Oh, they're
thank you
closing
to
up,
all of our
man.
backers. This game would not be possible without your passion and support. Thank you very, very much.
Yeah, thank you guys.
There's the everyone stand together.
Let's go to a special message from our studios.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year! Happy Holidays!
Frohe Weihnachten aus Frankfurt.
Happy Holidays!
Oh my god.
Happy Holidays!
Oh God, no! Oh jeez, no, they made him. Oh.
Happy Chris
Happy holidays,
Kwanzaa.
everyone. And until next week, we'll see you
Around the verse.
Da, 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 da. All right. Oh,
Something I just saw just very fleetingly in the Star Citizen chat. Happy Tonk.
You actually
Tonkmas
read something in the chat. It's amazing.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. That was something.
that was definitely a thing that happened.
That was definitely a thing that happened.
It did
All
happen.
right.
Unless I was still dreaming. I could still be drunk and delirious from last night, so I might have just
Okay.
made that up in my head.
So like, are
Sure.
we free to like? How much time do you have now, Tex? I mean, like, because I could.
How much time do I have?
Always, yeah, I could always open up Q&As or something to chat.
Yeah, I got time, bud. I'd like to go
I got
run
time as well.
downstairs and grab a drink though. So I'm gonna go
I
do that real quick.
Okay, maybe we take a 5-minute break for everybody to gather their thoughts.
I think a
their
lot of people have to
questions.
pee.
Yes, exactly. So
Yeah.
I was born with several bladders, sir, so I'm fine.
Aren't you lucky?
I wasn't.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I actually. Well, you remember I had to go already once, and I missed several things.
All right, man. All right.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
All
be
right.
back in 2 minutes, man. So
Cool.
Gather the questions.
All right, so guys, welcome. My name is Meyer. Thank you so much for watching the Star Citizen holiday live stream with myself, Tactus Skulls, and Diana. They've gone to empty their girl-like bladders. I'm still here because I am not girl-like.